What I would do, recommendation,
Mhm.
have us go live, put it as like a "Hey, we're starting soon" thing, and let it sit for about like Spooky, scary.
Okay,
Vampires.
we are live on audio.
Are we live on video?
About
Not
to
yet.
be.
Scary.
Okay, we are live on audio.
Hide yourself.
Are we live on video?
Should probably mute my stream so it doesn't turn into an everlasting loop of the same words being spoken over and over again until we all go mad.
Yep, look. There we go. We're hidden. We're hidden.
All right. I suppose this is
Oh, no.
the Mavenger face reveal for everybody in the stream because I haven't really done webcams.
I think it's most people's.
Yeah.
Thing.
Yeah, I think the only clown that hasn't really been face revealed here are me and Chad. We're live. We're doing it live. Know what I mean?
Right
Know what I'm
now,
saying?
right here.
Fuck it, we're doing it live.
Fuck it. We'll do it live.
Actually, I don't think up until now I've been face revealed unless it was.
Yeah,
Oh, duh! Of course.
Yeah, you've been face revealed on Gut Check plenty of
Bells,
times.
thank you so much for the bits.
Auntie Bells.
Already.
Do it. Hell yeah. Auntie
The
Bells.
bits
is
are
best.
all
And
my
I've
fault.
got 2 hydrates to
Yeah.
acknowledge.
I was gonna give
Hashtag
you
not
the third
sponsored by
one,
Dr.
but down.
Pepper, although I love Dr. Pepper.
Gideon's
Old
also
Dr.
drinking
E.
Dr. Pepper.
Damn, they only
Yep.
been drinking water over here. You boys and your soda pops.
Oh, I
Well,
got water too.
I'm
I've got
drinking
water.
Yeah,
sparkling
I've got
water.
I've got water once I get through my
Flavored
Dr.
water.
Pepper.
Nah, man, you gotta go. No, real men, we drink alcohol when we play Vampire the Masquerade. So that way our characters get, more and more into the beast.
Well, we got that too in
Flynn,
the
we
drawer.
don't do that, alright? I don't want any sake today. I had the biggest hangover on Saturday. It was hilarious.
It's a little too sweet
Was
for you.
so- No, I don't drink often. And I kind of went ham. I had sake and I had umashu, yeah? Umeshu? Whatever, it's plum wine and it's delicious.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah. It's real good.
When it's delicious is when it's most dangerous.
Right? Because it's super delicious, it's really good, and then you realize, wow, I drank half a bottle. Oh no.
Oh no,
And
So,
midway through you get the other
Now we're
guy.
going to be applying that mindset to people because we're playing Vampire tonight.
A little bit of A, a little bit of B. We'll see what happens.
Well, what I'm
first you gotta
saying
get
is,
the person drunk, and then you drink their blood.
Yeah. You gotta live vicariously through them. Go after the guys that's drunk. Hell yeah, blood wine. Let's go.
stretch for Tim.
I'm just gonna
Yes.
blow all of my redeems in the first 5 minutes of the stream, and that way we can
I've got
focus
like
on the game.
10,000 points left. I'm fine.
I've got 5.3, and I just
Wow,
I'm not allowed to spend
only
them on the things I
1K.
want to spend them on.
Right?
Yes, you cannot
I can't
bless the
curse it.
coterie.
Whoever say anything about blessing the
Look, my
coterie, I'm
ta-
gonna curse us.
My
Guys.
tabletop characters are amazing, Flynn. I'm not always an alcoholic. Only mostly.
I've seen him play non-alcoholic characters.
Yeah. It's rare, but it's happened.
Actually, the majority of your characters that I've seen have not been alcoholic. Or at least they were outdone by Pound Cake's characters.
Oh, yeah. Yes, they were. Yes, they were. Brian's characters are amazing.
Yeah, Pound Cake was kind of like your alcoholism beard, because when
Yes.
you stand next to his characters, you look less alcoholic.
Nice.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
So for our viewers, there's going to be 2 special commands in the channel points section. One called Bless the Coterie and one called Curse the Coterie. There are 3 uses for each stream, for each of them, and what they allow the chat to do is to invoke good or bad luck on our hapless vampires here. So if you think they kind of need a break, or you're feeling benevolent, you can bless the coterie. We'll send some good luck their way. If you want to punish them or watch them squirm, curse the coterie, and we'll have some fun.
Man, what's the worst that could happen?
Absolutely.
What could possibly go wrong?
Nothing at all.
I'll
We're
tell
fine.
you what.
All fine here. Everything's okay.
Yeah. How are you?
How are you doing?
So yeah.
So before we get started with the actual storytelling here, we're going to go around and do a quick introduction to 3 of our characters. There's a reason we're not introducing the 4th yet, and you will find out.
Next time. Oh.
Yes, you absolutely can punish Phil. I encourage it.
Wow. Wow, I didn't
You just
do
have to
anything.
make sure you
Don't
specifically
shove
say
me.
the cursed coterie, comma, Phil.
Yeah, look, don't shove me in the punishment shed. I haven't done anything yet.
You know what you
Look,
did.
I know. Look, I know there's the picture of Hang in there with the cat, and I know that everyone says Moofles is Dad's favorite. Come on now. Come on.
Isn't she?
Gideon, why don't you start with your character?
Alrighty. My character's name is Jacob Elderson. He is a vampire of the 10th generation. He was turned around 1865, so he's kind of an older vampire, but he's a Tremere, so he is a mage or a blood mage, and so most of his time since turning has been in study. While he was alive, his parents immigrated from Norway to the Americas, and he was born in America. So, and his childhood, he was really enthralled with education and engineering and electricity, because that was kind of the new thing at that time. So he kind of lived, looking up to like Edison and Tesla and all their engineering prowess. He had 2 siblings. One of them died in World War One, and the other lived. And I kind of check on his great grandkids, make sure they're still doing fine, kind of from the shadows, since they shouldn't know who I am. Well, they know who I am, but they don't know I'm still around. And for appearance, he's about 5'11", kind of athletic, not because he doesn't get out too much since he's in his tower or dungeon or wherever studying. Green eyes, kind of trimmed, dark brown hair. Gets kind of long sometimes when the study goes too deep. And since he's a mage and his enthrallment in electricity, he's studied how to create lightning through magic as a vampire. And because of that, kind of when he was starting off, he got a deep scar on his left arm, kind of the lightning bolt. And that is Jacob.
Awesome. Phil, do you want to tell us about your character?
Yeah. So my boy, my name, me, Nico Bulgarath. I am a fairly new vampire. My guy he's like 45. He's kind of the youngest of the young, and he is an ex-punk rock star that was in kind of like he wasn't in one of the famous bands. He was in kind of like that. Oh yeah, we heard about those guys every once in a while. And he played the bass. His whole thing is that the band broke apart. He's kind of been chilling for about 20 years afterwards, and now wants to get the band back together. His whole aesthetic again is just kind of typical punk rock, normal guy, taller boy, about like 6'5" ish, and he has a red line across his neck. So his whole mentality is I'm a vampire. That doesn't mean I don't have to have fun. Why not? Let's do something fun, do something stupid. And he is hiring Gideon's character to escort him to a new place because he's loaded with the riches.
Money.
Money. It's funny. The guy that doesn't want money has all the money now.
It's your sin in life.
Yeah, it's my sin.
Or in
I could
death.
do good with this money. Like his whole thing is he's kind of an eat the rich, power to the people, that type of guy. However, now he's got a lot of money. It's like, oh well, I could do a lot of good with this money.
Money's not so bad.
It depends on what you do with it.
You don't have to do a lot of good either.
Shush.
Do a lot of evil.
Absolute power
Shush.
doesn't corrupt. Absolute power reveals.
No, absolute power just helps you. That's all. No power. Power to the people.
Mavinger and Guest, you want to tell us about your character?
So, I am playing. Let me remember the last name. Annalise Holland. She's a classical musician. She was turned in the '60s and has come up in like in the not rural United States, but like suburban United States up until relatively recently in universe, where her sire's haven was raided. Her sire was killed by the Second Inquisition, final death, and the only way she escaped was through some shenanigans on her sire's part. So she is in Eastern Europe on the run, looking. She's a toreador who's on the run, looking to rebuild what she's lost.
Forgot to mention my clan. I'm a Bruja. Sorry about that. One thing that's important. Angry boy. Well, not so angry boy.
Tries not to
See
be
what
angry
happens.
boy.
Tries not to be angry boy.
So we are going to be starting with our characters having arrived at Daelori, which is a fictional Eastern European country, one of the Russian satellite countries that I've come up with for this campaign in the city of St. Michaelsburg. Phil's character has recently inherited the Castle Rumyantsev. I'm hoping I apologize in advance for how I'm going to be butchering these names. A lot of these are cases where I have read them, not heard them.
Rumyantsev.
Rumyantsev. Tim is going to be doing much better at pronunciation than I am, so I apologize in advance.
At what point do we say any relation? This is a fictional setting. Any relations to people real living or
Clearly
deceased is
fictional,
is purely coincidental.
Nah, man, it's intentional. 100% intentional. We went out there, we found very specific people, and said, you're gonna be this character. Random person that lives in fake town. You.
So, Phil, when your character was setting up travel arrangements, how did you go about that?
Well, like any aspiring young vampire, I decided we're gonna ship our coffins via snail boat or via air,
Awesome.
airmail.
I was about to say, if
FedEx
you put me on
ourselves.
a goddamn boat, so I can kill somebody.
No, we're going through the air because what could be worse than a coffin getting dislodged from a plane?
Is this when the campaign turns into a Lost but vampire version?
Yeah, could we survive a 50,000-foot fall? Somebody chucking our coffin out the plane.
Yeah, it would work.
See, you're going to accidentally end up in Atlantis. Sorry, Tim, we're just never going to get to your character.
It's all right. I've got like 3 backups ready.
Oh,
Hey,
so
King,
you
thanks for the
still
lurk.
Hello, King.
King, go play New World. We gotta get the flavor Hamlet.
Another hydrate from Mav.
Right, everybody. This applies to all of us, so you better hydrate.
Oh, does it?
Hell yeah.
Sure, let's...
Alrighty.
All right, I'm gonna have to go get the rest of my drinks, and I'll
Okay.
be right back.
There we go.
We have banished Mav into the forest corners of the realm. Or at
We
least...
sent him to the ether.
See, chat, this is how you get rid
Chateau
of Mavinger.
realm.
You just ask for a hydrate. But I do an 8,000 point vodka shot.
Yes.
One shot. That should be like 3 shots.
I don't know what the point system on Twitch.
8,000's a lot of points. That's like 10,000 minutes or 800,000 minutes.
Jeez.
It's 10 minute. No, I
I thought
can't
it was
do
1
math.
minute per
That's
point.
800. That's 800. No. It's 10 minutes per 10 points. So it would be 8,000. Yeah. So a minute per point. So it would be 8,000 minutes. I
I've
can
really
math, I
been
swear.
watching Chad stream for 4,000 minutes.
Well, they also
Well,
have
thank
little
you.
things you can get that give you a little bit of a bufferino, like a 50-point little present. And if you follow any of the raids, you get points too.
I've got plenty of
that-
drink. Let's go.
Iced tea, I see.
No, it's sugar
another
water.
hydrate.
It's just sugar water.
That's right, boys.
More hell
Here we
yeah.
go.
Water hydration, not sugar water hydration.
Well, they have
Fancy.
to specify.
Well, let's see how much. Let's see how much sugar is actually in this. I don't think there's actually any sugar in here. I think it's artificial sweetener.
Even
Yeah, it
Please
is.
make me take a sip of
Yeah,
water.
okay. What is artificial sweetener? I don't know what you're talking about. All right, carry on. Sorry.
we have digressed.
All right. So we have you coming in at night. It's very much a different experience from what you're used to with city light pollution and everything.
Mhm.
It's a very different sense of darkness here.
True darkness.
On the one hand, it puts you more at ease
Mhm.
because it's easier to hide, but on the other hand, who knows what's out there?
Yeah, there could be vampires out there
Or werewolves, or
or werewolves
Sheob. Shelob.
or priests. Oh,
First,
oh no.
priests.
You do arrive at the airport. It actually took you a number of connecting flights to even get here. Obviously, you had people that were paid off to make sure you were transferred carefully, but you are not in one of the major airways, or one of the major airports. There was a great deal of
Do we take a bush pilot flight?
pretty much, yeah.
Our coffin's on the wings.
So did you set an alarm for when you thought you would get there, or do you have someone that you arranged to meet you there, or?
I would say we paid someone to sort of give us a knock when it was good to go.
Okay.
I think, as carefree as my character is, I think he wouldn't be carefree about getting us someone there. Hey, it's daytime. Oh no.
All right. So you get your knock, and the coffins are unsealed, and there is something of a skyline, but it's a very communist architecture style of city. Giant block high rises. Out of concrete, not particularly colorful. For those of you that have the enhanced senses to see that kind of thing. It's early enough in the night that you can hear traffic. You can smell traffic. But there's also this sense of disparity because beyond the city lines, it's easy to see rural life. And in that direction, you can see where your imminent destiny is taking you to, which is the castle.
Do we need to hail down a cabbie, or do we have a coach provided?
Good question.
That's a good question.
What do we have?
Or did Phil's did Nico forget to
Nico kind of forgot. You know, his focus was, we're gonna get here and we'll figure it out after that. That's future Nico's problem.
It's future everybody's problem, it sounds like.
Yeah, yeah. You know,
See,
by
what you
extension.
have to realize is past Nico's an ass that future
Yeah,
Nico
yeah.
has to take care of.
Yeah. See, past Nico, that guy's a dick. He had a good time.
I
But
think Nico made
present
it
Nico,
to. I think. Give me 1 second. I gotta let my dog out.
present Nico, he's a good guy. He's a cool guy. He would never do anything to screw over his friends. But that past Nico, jeez, what a piece of work. So I think again he would have been hyper focused on just getting here.
Mhm.
That his thought would be, we'll figure it out afterwards.
Okay. So, how do you want to go about figuring it out afterwards?
Well, first he's gonna get up and sort of give a stretch and look over and see his compatriots are there. Oh, did you guys have a good sleep?
A little bumpy, but not too bad.
Yeah, pay for the best, the smoothest ride you can get.
Who's
Helps
paying
out
for the
the
best?
local village. We're just stretching, and I asked if you guys had a good sleep, a good ride.
Listen to Journey.
Yeah,
You listen to Journey?
that's what I was hearing.
I couldn't hear. I was taking a nap the entire time.
Well, I trust it was a good nap, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the turbulence was pretty bad. It was pretty cold up there. But
Yeah.
we weren't exactly flying luxury, but...
Chad,
Well, look,
Chat would like us to know that there's nothing wrong with Journey.
Look.
Thank you, Mika.
Ah,
Yes,
Look,
okay.
I agree. I can't say anything about my character, though.
My character will appreciate them for what they are, but he's not gonna be like super about it.
Did you two stop believing?
I did stop believing a little bit. I did stop believing. That's a good one. Yeah. So now what? We're here.
Which...
This is when we role play.
This is where you lead the way, since you know where the castle is, and nobody else does.
You act like I know where the castle is.
You
Oh, I
took
know,
us
they said-
out here! What do
Yeah,
you
they
mean
said
you don't know
come-
where it is?
Come here for castle. And I thought, oh, that sounds pretty good. I'll come here for castle.
Okay, so are you meeting somebody here, then?
I don't know. Again, note said, come here, castle.
Is there at least an address?
Well, on note, is there an address chat?
Yes, there is. You would have actually have received full legal documentation of everything you needed, but your character probably didn't look too in depth at it because the system.
Fuck the system.
This is gonna go fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, here's the address. Looking about, that's the only castle nearby. So, it would be safe to say that's the castle.
Chad, I assume we know what language the local people speak, correct?
I am willing to agree that you would at least have a outsider's knowledge of the language.
Okay. What language is it?
Slavic
Okay.
and Russian, depending on where you are at, and some of them do also speak English.
Ничего не знаю.
Yeah, I was about to say, see, Tim, you're up, but your character's not here yet, so...
Slava boya, eh?
Okay, so, we need to find out where this address is. Do we have
Grab a
some
loaf?
sort of GPS that we can plug it into?
Ju-
Brand maps?
Just to clarify, you can literally see the castle from where you're at.
Oh!
Yeah, I pointed to the
Well, then-
castle. We're going there. That's the
Well, let's
castle.
go there!
All right, are we? You guys remember to pack light, or did you pack heavy?
Backpedal
Well,
light.
since we got shipped in, coffins, we can't really pack that heavy.
I mean, you could pack other stuff. I packed a backpack and a base.
I have a suitcase and a violin case.
Good old trunk.
Yep.
Yeah. So I think Nico's the type he would just grab his stuff and say, "All right, we're walking."
All right.
Sounds good. Pack it up.
I don't want to. Probably best stay in the low profile till we actually know what we're walking into. So
He's gonna walk like he owns the place. Just like
Just
nothing.
strut-
Nothing is. I am here. I am not out of place. You guys are the one that are out of place.
probably.
Are you going to be sticking to like roads and civilization, or just kind of as straight as possible through the woods, or how are you going to do this?
I think we'd be smart enough to stick near roads, right, you guys?
Is that? I mean, yeah, I suppose.
Well, what do you think, Tim? Not Tim. Gideon. Tim, what do you think? What do you think?
Then what do
sitting in
you
the
think with your
coffin?
character?
I will whisper in your ear.
Woo!
Who disturbs my slumber?
No, I would say, direct paths. I wouldn't, probably traverse through forest unless we come to like, the gates and it's just forest from there. Then you just, kind of
Well,
get your way in.
What is the infrastructure like here? Is it well developed? Is it underdeveloped?
Uh,
Is it more
Pretty
like?
sure
Is it more like
from looking at
dirt
his
roads
legal
and paved woods?
documentation, since Nico is not the type to, and he hired me to, um, it's overgrown, not really taken care of. It was kind of like, oh, you're this relative. Here you go. Have fun. Take care of it.
Sorry,
So
you,
we
mis-
rest
you
them, they
misunderstood.
don't have to.
You misunderstood my question. My question was
Oh,
infrastructure of the town, not
okay.
not the actual.
We're
Haven itself.
looking at an economic situation just slightly better than Moldova.
Oh,
Not great.
I get to Google that.
Dirt road.
You too, huh?
Everybody pulls up Google and
Everyone pulls
Moldova.
up Google for images.
Yep.
In the theater of the
images.
mind,
Oh,
Moldova is
okay.
a mostly underdeveloped nation, which has the majority of its roads being either not paved or straight dirt. with
Okay.
The majority of it's land-driven vehicles being ex-Soviet, non-modern cars or horse-drawn
so
carriages,
Land
even today.
Rovers.
So there's an answer.
So
Thank you, lore seeker.
Thank you. Thank
thank
you.
you, Lore Master.
Oh no.
Master, may I have another?
Lore Master, may you give us more on Moldova? So I mean, yeah, I suppose it wouldn't be too harmful to travel along the roads, though the chances of a road actually leading up there at in that stage is probably pretty slim.
Yeah, it's just take the road so you get close, and then you,
Yeah.
huff it from there.
Yep,
Yeah.
we're big adult vampires, so we can handle the woods, right?
I would hope so, but
As a
there's
pack of
scary
werewolves
werewolves.
charges after us.
We just started.
Don't
We
kill
didn't
me!
prepare.
Actually, real question here: how many of your characters actually believe in werewolves?
Yes.
Yo.
I think she does, though,
Is
because she's
skeptical.
learned about them from her sire.
Okay, yeah. Let me rephrase that. How many of you would have a practical knowledge of werewolves versus?
Superstition.
Mine will be all
Um,
superstition.
I mean, mine might be a little more than just like superstition, but I've like never seen a werewolf.
You probably read about them as a trivia.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I read about it in a book once.
It's a great case study.
Wow, this is
Yeah,
interesting, but it's not electricity.
Yeah, it's not engineering.
Is that magic or electricity? So
Well, it's kind of magic.
Well, it's half magic.
It's not magic that
Earth
you can utilize.
Yes, can I control it? No, thanks.
Yeah, see, Nico would have learned everything from watching like Werewolf in London and just films.
I thought you
Like,
would have
hey,
watched,
they got-
Teenage Werewolf or something.
Yeah, that too. They're there. Look, if they got some of the stuff about us right, they probably got some of the stuff about them right too.
Are there intact gates at the castle, or is it kind of like a rundown brick wall?
Um, it's not in the best state currently. Obviously, the owner has not been around to keep it up.
Just watching Tim go.
It's like, where's my servant?
What happened to my castle? My servants? Why is it so run down? Just
What? What?
can we just jump
quick.
in?
Well, I was going to say quick thing. Does Nico want to ask directions, or is he not the type to ask directions?
I think he's gonna walk a little bit, realize he's probably lost, then go ask the first person he sees for directions.
Okay. Could I get presence plus streetwise?
Presence plus streetwise. What do I have in streetwise? I've got 2. What's my presence? Where is presence? Is that just for
Presence?
my two dots on the thing itself? Yeah.
Or not? Sorry, not presence.
I was gonna
Which
say.
version of Vampire the Masquerade are we playing?
Yes.
To say I have presents.
A little side note: I am running off of. I've got multiple edition brain, which is a thing that DMs and players get where they've played multiple versions of a game, and sometimes the terms all kind of blend together. What I meant to say was charisma and streetwise.
Okay, so I've got. Oh, I'm good at this. I'm really good at this. Okay, so 1, 2, 6 total.
Roll them dice.
Do we roll on the dice roller?
This might be a little late.
Do you have
Oh.
your hunger die?
Yes, I have 2 of them that I have as my hunger die
Okay.
on my dice roller. So we've got 2 successes.
Okay.
Cause 6 up, correct?
Yes.
So
Yeah.
this is going to expose me as the new person here. It's session 1, and I don't know how we roll dice.
Actually, this works as a nice segue for anyone that's watching. How this works is you generally take an attribute and a skill, and that forms your dice pool. And depending on what your hunger is at, you have a certain number of hunger die, which you want to have like a different kind of D10.
So
If you're using a dice roller, what I did
So
is I
if
have
you-
2 of
Oh,
them
you
are. I know these 2 are dice roll. These 2 ones that I hover over are there because I use like Google Dice Roller.
So say I'm rolling what Phil just rolled, right? So
Mm-hmm.
streetwise plus present, or you got me saying it now. Streetwise plus charisma. What? So I assume I roll 4 dice,
Mhm.
since I've got a 4 in charisma and nothing in streetwise.
Yep.
And then what result am I looking for?
You want a 6 or higher, and the difficulty of the test, which I may or may not tell you what it is, will be how many successes you get in total, not what you need to roll on the dice. If that does that make sense?
Correct. Okay.
And if you get 2 10s, that is a critical, and it counts as 4 successes. If one of those 10s is on a hunger die, you get what's called a messy critical.
Ooh.
That is, you do the thing, but the beast does the thing for you in the most vampiric and direct way possible.
So, like in this instance, for a Bruja, it might be choke slamming the person into a wall and saying, how the fuck do I get to this castle?"
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, and the crits only work if you have 2 10s. Like if you have 1 10,
Yeah.
that's just a success
Mhm.
and only counts for 1, but 2 10s counts for double.
Okay.
And that's the same with failures too, correct?
Yes,
you get
if
paired
you
for
get
failures.
no successes and you get a 1 on the hunger die, you're gonna have a bad time.
Oh, we got lucky. I have a 1 on my hunger die. So yeah, 2.
1.
All right. So now that that's out of the way, you do manage to get directions from the local. Your Slavic is not perfect yet, but you're able to communicate on a level that things go smoothly.
So yeah, where's the cat? Can you tell me how to get to the castle?
Points. That way.
You want to follow this thoroughfare down in that direction, and then you'll be you'll want to take a path about half a kilometer down to the left, and you'll cut through a village on the way up to the castle. But then you'll be at the castle. It's a touristy thing, so there's follow the foot traffic.
Tourist.
Thank you, and I'm gonna give him $2 as a thank you.
Thank you.
He's not the richest man in all of Slava.
Oh, that's cool. Thank you.
Thank you for the
Yeah.
hydrate.
I'm going to silently judge you out of character for only giving him $2.
Well,
Hey, around here, that's good money.
mhm.
Especially
I
if you're
don't know
American
about money.
dollars.
Yeah, they are American dollars.
Hey, that's even better, man.
None of those
Yeah,
joke
American
Australian
smackers.
dollar dues.
No, the dollary dues.
The Dulu Willows.
Ace the dollary dues. Go on.
To the castle ho.
To
Yeah,
the
so I'll say,
castle.
guys, we go this way. And we go that way.
This way and that way and this way.
You're able to find your way pretty easily. It helps that there's not a lot of roads,
Mhm.
so it's not like you're overwhelmed with choices. You do, as he mentioned, cut through a village on the way to the castle. It is. Go on, hydrate for chat.
Mika?
Hell yeah, Mika.
Better hydrate, Phil.
I don't want to hydrate. I'm already.
You got
Too
to.
damn bad.
Sorry, this is for the coterie, not just for you.
Damn, you right. Don't worry, we all get the stretch now.
Hey, Chad,
I
I don't know if we ever.
What is the village name, if you have it? I swear it's not for my notes.
Your notes.
I will get back to you on that because the village was not what I was planning to focus the session on yet. I apologize, but
Sorry.
Oh no! Like, don't feel like you shouldn't ask questions. It's just the first session. I kind of get a feel on what you guys want to focus on, so I can direct my development for elsewhere. Basically, Vampire is a very open game, and so there's almost limitless options, and that means I kind of have to have a back and forth with the players. Like, I'm going to put things out there, and I'm going to see what you nibble at, and then I will work from there to develop. In a lot of ways, session 1 is kind of like session 0.5. Because like we're dealing with the bones of the characters in session 0 and getting ideas out there, and then this is where we see how they interact with the world and with each other, and then I'm able to do the in-depth planning for the campaign. Because I don't like doing the D&D style. Let's have an adventure in this direction with Vampire. I don't hold it against people that do that. But with my games, I prefer to make it so that people can go off in what direction they want to, as long as it's the group going in that direction together. That's my one caveat.
All right, guys. I vote we come down and burn the village to the ground.
How about
Just
no?
saying.
Yeah, but think
It's
about
a
all the people we
suggestion.
can feed on. It's like our own little herd.
We could be.
Why
I agree with
cost
him.
them.
Yeah, see, it's livestock.
Apparently, I need to do a do-over for the stretching.
Hell yeah. Stretch
W-
more.
There we go.
Was that satisfactory stretching for you, Chris?
I'm sorry, let me go get into my runner's stretch for you and completely off camera.
No, you gotta do it on camera so we can all see. That's the thing. Twitch demands we see.
Nope.
Man,
I'm bad at stretching, I don't know what to tell you.
we're good at stretching.
Just saying.
How them castle gates looking?
Vandalized. Lots of graffiti.
Anything cool? Anything I'd be like, oh, let's keep this.
I'm making a kill list.
All these damn punks and their graffiti.
Okay, next stretch, Chris, I will do a proper medically approved stretch.
Oh, there you go.
Don't make our vampire game about your physical therapy degree. God damn it.
There you go. There you go, Chad. Go ahead and do that stretch.
Okay.
No, damn it. No, no.
We have to continue the story.
Goes to tell a vampire story, ends up spending 50% of the stream stretching.
Turns into a medical, this is how you stretch video.
You know, I'm going to hold you to this caliber on your streams when you stretch.
Go ahead. Do it.
Okay, you're looking at the product of disenfranchised youth seeing a symbol of authority and acting accordingly.
Hell yeah. We're
Hear that,
keeping
Tim?
this.
You can thumbs up that one. They still, hundreds of years later, still viewed as a symbol of authority.
The last gasp.
Oh yeah, Nick's gonna see this stuff and just be like, hell yeah, rock on. Guys, we need to
Love
keep
his
it. We need to keep
such an
it.
expressive face. No, we're not keeping the graffiti.
Look, this isn't graffiti. This is art.
This
You
is
can't
not
destroy art.
Art
This
is
is
the
not art.
art is the Mona Lisa.
I will
is
dominate the
Van
entire
Gogh's Starry
village
Night.
to
This is
just
not
clean
art.
up this graffiti. I
This
tell
is
you
This
what.
is
chil-
100%.
this is children playing with finger paints. This is
not
not art.
children with finger paint. This is art. This is an expression of youth and saying "fuck the powers that be."
And
We're
you know what?
keeping it.
Okay, now.
You know what?
Now, little
Do you
punk
remember what
rocker
happened to the
boy.
Decemberists? I do.
I just want to point out that there are actually good expressionist paintings out there. This isn't that.
See, I don't know what you're talking about. This is amazing. I'm all for this.
Ruby Tubes, thank you so much for the follow.
Visible
Thank you.
aneurysm.
Look,
I'm
you're
guessing
talking
we.
to the guy- Go ahead.
I was gonna say, I'm guessing we don't have like a property manager or anything stop by and give us the keys. Did they send us all that in like a packet or?
That is something that Nico already has.
Yep. I'm gonna fiddle around with the keys and open the gate.
How loud is the creak when we open the gate?
Not that loud. As much as the exterior looks like it's been vandalized heavily, somebody has been taking care of this gate. Somebody had to be.
There you go.
And actually, Annalise, if I could get a wits plus insight from you.
Plus insight. That's a good one. Let me.
Or investigation, either one.
5. And how many hunger do we start with? Because again, I'm new.
One.
Okay.
We gotta hydrate.
Said or
Oh,
investigation.
hydrate
But I
with
think
two.
I'm pretty sure you start at 1.
Thanks, Ruby.
Thank you, Ruby.
Big slurps.
Investigation. Where's investigate? Oh, I see it.
Uh,
Oh, that's even better.
Yeah, it's on the far right.
Yeah, let me go ahead and roll 6 dice plus 1 hunger dice. Roll 3 successes.
All right. You actually do notice that there is one piece on the wall that actually does show some talent. It's got 2 dogs tearing at a piece of meat, and the meat is labeled as Dealori, and the 2 dogs, one is wearing like a bandana that's an American flag, and the other's a Soviet flag. But
Oh boy.
the artwork is actually really well done.
Well, I think that Annalise is going to make a mental note of that to inspect it on her own time.
Okay.
Because she just had a big argument with Phil's character about this.
Hmm.
And can't be
Not
seen
art.
going and admiring the graffiti.
It's the art of a lost generation.
Yeah, my role as the storyteller is to not pick a side, just to show all sides. Because, right next to that... hey, Tic Tac! Right next to that is, a giant phallic image. So, it's all... It's just a veritable buffet of artistic imagery, some good, some not so much.
Oh. Yeah.
So, I know I went on a bit of a tangent there. Are we heading inside now?
Yes.
Yeah, I think so. I mean,
yeah, I'm alright with that.
we open the door. Or the gate, I should say.
I think I'm gonna keep an eye out for whoever's been taking care of this place.
Okay. When you go inside, it's almost like stepping into the past. And I don't mean that in the sense of things have an aura of the past about them but are run down. Like, this place has been kept immaculate. Which is strange to you, Nico, because there was no reference of any kind of prior groundskeeper or any kind of service people tending to the place. You were expecting to find basically a situation where you needed to camp out until things could get settled.
Now, do we see, like, is there electricity running, or is it like candle lit?
Someone has left out basic electric lighting, but the castle is not wired.
Okay. Well, this is, guys.
Is
I
it
think
like pretty much dark inside, or?
Yes, it's mostly dark inside, but it's like there's a trail.
Okay.
should we follow the trail? I mean, this looks. I don't know what to tell you guys.
Is it a railroad trail or just a trail?
It is a trail of light.
Trail of bioluminescent blood.
Like think like camping lanterns.
I'm going to create a small a ball of light with electricity, so we can see better.
Okay. Have you advertised what you're able to do to the rest of the group, or is this their first time seeing?
They probably have heard in passing, not a full demonstration.
Would I know a little bit about it because I hired you?
Yes.
Like, would this have been you trying to pitch me like, hey, this is what I can do for you?
Yeah, I think since you hired me, I would have kind of shown you what I can do, so I can get more money from you. But I don't know if Annalise would been there for that.
Has Annalise ever seen any kind of magic before?
Not in the sense of
Pick a card.
No,
Not
not in the
not
sense
tr-
of Jacob
not
kind
in
of
the sense
magic,
of
right? Not
Tremere
yeah,
blood
not
magic.
Mhm.
Tremere blood magic or anything, but like standard vampire stuff, right? Presence, celerity, stuff like
Right,
that.
that's a whole different
Yeah,
category
that's
in my
that's a
mind.
whole different thing. But yeah, no. As far as like magic, no, probably not too much. A little bit, maybe. Though whether or not she recognized it as such, less
Yeah, I
sure.
mean, you
Mhm.
would see like kind of holding my hands and slight, sparks, going from fingertips, and then all of a sudden a little ball of light just kind of flickers into existence and just kind of
What?
hovers into like in my hand.
Willithos.
It's a slight crackling sound as it goes, but nothing too annoying.
Mhm.
What color is the light?
Blue.
Okay.
It's gonna be like a dim blue light.
Nico's gonna look to Jakob and go, you know, I keep telling you, you need to do this as pyrotechnics. Do you know how much money you could make?
You know
And
how much
fun it would be?
effort that would be?
You know,
And
you
plus,
could make,
this is
you could be.
electricity, not pyrotechnics.
I mean, look, same difference. You know how much fun a show could be?
So,
You go, you spy, you have the lights go off. It's crazy.
I hate to kill the mood here, but we probably shouldn't be lighting pyrotechnics inside of a house that we're not sure if it's fire safe.
Well, it's not fire, it's electricity.
Yeah, they're two different
Electricity
things.
starts fires,
Only if you get in contact with, very flammable substances.
which is the problem. We don't know what in here is really flammable.
Look, that's future us problem. We'll deal with it then.
God damn it, Chris. Chris in the chat.
Anyway, I'm gonna start following the trail of lights that was set up with curiosity.
For those who are going to be watching the recording, we just got a wonderful medical story from one of our viewers.
Oh,
About
chat's
visible
recorded.
aneurysms. Oh, chat's
Chat is
recorded?
Yeah, chat
Chat
is
is
Oh,
recording.
good. Excellent. Okay.
Yeah, so they'll all be able to see that, and just to put that out there, Field Gray Fox actually is a doctor, so he's not just babbling
He's not just
medical
talking.
pseudoscience or anything. He
Yeah.
knows what he's talking about.
He's babbling medical real science.
Mav.
Oh boy. That hurt. I can't believe you would say that about me. It's not
Yeah.
You have
LARPing.
done this.
Yeah, his ace combat statistics returned to 0.
Mav, you said that, or Annalise, sorry, you said that you were keeping an eye out for the staff, correct?
The staff, and for anything particularly interesting art-wise, like old statues, paintings, things that might still be here from the age of the Russian Revolution.
Mhm.
Well, old Ruskia.
You're actually surprised how, or why don't I get an Witchbus investigation roll from you?
All right. Same roll. Got it. That is 4 successes, one of which is on the hunger die.
Okay, but it's not a critical on the hunger die, correct?
Correct.
Okay, that's when I need to know
Okay.
if it's a critical and one of the 10s is on the hunger die, or if it's a failure and there's a 1 on the hunger die. That's what I need to know about hunger die.
Okay.
You're surprised, given the poverty that you saw on the way in, that so much of this is untouched on the inside.
All right.
Because there's even just in the foyer, you're seeing a considerable amount of valuable art and luxury.
The fact that it has a foyer should tell you a lot.
Mhm.
So, names. I need to keep referencing that name message we have here. So, Nico,
Yes.
did you know if there's anyone taking care of this place?
There was nothing in the thing, correct, Chad? In the packet I got,
Correct.
I half read. Okay, not that I'm aware of. It said, "Come here, get castle." You have to talk to Jakob about all the other stuff. That's what I pay him to read.
All right, then, Jakob, who owned the castle before?
Was it Chad? Was it like a bank kind of thing, or?
It actually it was Nico's parents.
Oh, okay.
They had inherited it in turn.
Mm.
But it wasn't something that they were.
So basically, a family trust kind of thing.
Yes. Nico's parents were very successful in business, and it was kind of a thing like, yes, we have a castle, but there's actual modern things we need to be focusing on right now, and a castle is probably just a money sink.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. So, and at least yes, it was a family trust of Nico's parents. They never really came here or put any money into the place, as far as we know. But
Really? It was a trust. It's a pretty wealthy trust you have there, Nico.
yes, Nico was the
Oh.
rebellious trust baby.
Look,
Mhm.
they valued money more than helping people, and I wanted to help people.
And yet here you are chasing after the money.
I'm just leaving I'm just leaving America. My goal is to look, I want to get the band back together, and if I can't do that, or I'm kind of known in America, hell, I'll fly out here to do it.
Okay.
So as we're following the trail of lights, where is it leading us in the castle?
It's heading in further. You do pass through. There's a considerably large banquet hall with tapestries and portraits. Sorry, I'm just laughing at chat.
Look,
He's gotta find ways
they
to have
didn't
fun
wanna-
before he's introduced.
they know what. Look, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't want to be like mom and dad and put on a business suit and do their business things in their business world.
So it sounds like you're more against the business side of it than the actual money side.
I mean, business, money, they're all the same thing. Government,
Mm-hmm.
who controls the business controls the government.
Could I get a resolve plus composure roll from all of you?
Resolve plus composure.
Mhm.
Ooh.
Where is okay.
They're both
They're both attributes. This is a special thing that I do.
Okay.
I got
One success.
two
Two
successes.
successes.
Boy.
In this case, it's actually better for you that you rolled low.
Okay.
At the scratching, like at the back of your mind, there's this presence that you always feel coiled around you as a vampire. That's what we call what's called the beast, and it's kind of your primal side, the side that pushes you towards feeding and survival. That part of you is whispering in your ear because it can smell blood.
Ooh. Do the others feel that, or?
Yes, all of you, all like basically, if you roll low on resolve plus composure, that's your ability to listen to your beast. The more you raise your self control, the further away you get from it.
I think she gets really serious really quickly and goes, "We're not alone here."
Can we I'm thinking, do any of us have like dark vision? I guess would be the closest thing. I don't remember what's going
Uh,
on.
Any,
I have
any
heightened
proteans?
senses.
I do not, but I
I
can make
believe
the
I have
light
heightened
brighter.
senses. Yes, I do
Oh,
have
yeah,
heightened
there you go.
senses.
Jacob cast
There's
stun
something I
grenade.
can do with it. Give me. No, don't stun grenade me, you bastard! I'm trying to be useful. Shakes fist. Let me go and actually find what heightened senses does, since it's relevant now.
I need to go look at what my abilities do. Like mind, animalism.
Disciplines. Heightened senses. The vampire senses sharpen to a preternatural degree, giving them the ability to see in pitch darkness, hear ultrasonic frequencies, and smell the fear of cowering prey. Yeah, I'm using that. Cost free, but see below. Dice pools, which must resolve. Okay, I'll just send it to you, Chad, unless you already
Okay.
have access to it.
Well, actually, well, the thing, are you able to put it in chat? Because if I have Discord on full screen right now,
I can attempt.
like our chat on full screen, and I don't want to shrink that just because I don't want to accidentally dox anyone.
I can attempt it. I'm gonna have to break it down a bit though. Do you need a second monitor?
Yes, I do. Actually, that's something I'm looking into, just because it would make
It's
my
very
life so
nice.
much easier. Or the other thing is if you can send it to Gideon or Phil, I can check on Facebook if they can telephone game it.
Okay. I'll do that then, because to send it through chat, I'll have to break it up because it hits a limit cap. It hits a message cap.
Mhm.
There you go, Gideon.
Well, Gideon, I don't think is friends with me on Facebook.
I'll
You said
send it.
Gideon. You said Gideon or you said Gideon or Phil.
I think you meant Tim or Phil.
I meant to say Tim or Phil.
I'll send it to Phil then, because
Tim,
Phil showed up
you-
twice now.
Tim, you're just. I feel bad for you, man. We're all mixing up names today.
It's all right. It's tragedy, but what do I expect out of a revolutionary?
Look, good sir. I fought the law and I won. Okay.
I don't know. He seems like you know to me.
Wow. Wow. Look, I'm giving you free reign to do your experiments in my brand new castle as part of the cost, man. Should be thankful, be happy.
Hey, I never said it came with no back talk.
You're not, this is why I make you read my contracts.
You mean I was the one who wrote my own contract?
Oh yeah, that's why you read it.
Okay. Basically, it's a zero cost situation. The only thing you've got to be worried about is if you have it on too long, it can be exhaustion or
Also,
exhaustion.
also the stun grenade effect, where if I get
Yeah.
flat or something, that's gonna be very unfortunate.
Yeah.
So can I use that and try to? Because if we're smelling the blood, I might be able to track it that way.
Yes, absolutely.
All right. So can I add that?
Mhm.
All right. So what all am I rolling then? I'm rolling.
Oh, it's a free
Um,
cost.
Well, yeah, I'm rolling wits plus resolve plus what else?
I believe it's plus aspects. Yes. You add your
Well, so it's
aspects
saying-
rating to perception rolls.
Yes.
Specs.
Okay. So aspects rating to roll perception rolls, that's gonna be 1. So what am I rolling for investigation? The same things I've been rolling.
Yep.
Okay. Roll 7 dice. 6 successes.
Wow.
You are well. Before I get into that, we did just get a follow on Facebook. However, I'm not going to
Oh,
dox a person, so I'm just going to say thank you, Jennifer, for the follow.
I'm not gonna dox the
Hell
person,
yeah.
but I'm gonna say the person's name out loud.
I'm gonna just say their last name and date of birth. It's okay.
And look,
And their
if we're
zip code
lucky,
and
we
their
might even
social.
get the-
Oh, okay,
yeah, the
I
wacky
just
4 digits.
It is
I
Ruby.
will be right back. Actually, I know this sucks, but these hydrates are getting to me.
bio break.
How so? What is he
Thank you for the
talking
follow,
about?
Ruby.
It was Ruby on the Facebook.
Oh,
Yeah.
On the Facebook.
How in the buke of the face, yes.
So, does chat have any questions?
Yeah, that's what we want to know.
Question time.
Stumptown High School. That's a real fun one.
a lot of people in the Twitch chat today. Good to see you all.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you so much for coming out.
Yeah, Monday Fun Day. Hell yeah. We do. We do the thing with the stuff that's fun, right, guys?
Something things.
Yeah,
That
sometimes we
wasn't
stuff
cool.
things.
Also, we do have a YouTube channel. There's not much on it yet, but I will be uploading videos of our sessions so that when our Twitch overlords archive this on Twitch, you'll still be able to view it.
You can make highlights of the just. I don't know if do you know you can make highlights of the whole thing too. Yeah.
Don't confuse
For
me
Twitch.
with your Twitch familiarity.
I'll teach you later. There's a way
Well-
you can save it where the won't go away, so you have 2 places that they can view it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, like I know
Same
highlights
problem.
are a thing. I just haven't. I've been more focused on my clip game.
Yeah, no, highlights are wonderful.
It is not my nickname yet, but it's never too late to start.
What are we talking?
Hey.
What's his nickname?
Mika's
Glucose.
aggressively flirting. She's doing it
Mika.
again.
Miko, we've talked about this. You can't flirt with the DM on stream like this.
As long as it's not the players, it's okay. Because it's
Yeah, see, there you go.
Now.
Oh, there we go.
I'm
See,
pretty
that's
good
the.
looking. That's why they're here. Okay.
None of us look bad. I'll be honest.
Wow, I'm offended. I
Yeah,
am
right.
offended.
I can't
can't
believe
talk about
Tim,
Mav that
here
way.
I am. Alright, fine. I'm out. You guys have a good one. I'm going home.
The only thing ugly in your portrait, Phil, is that fan spinning at 60
Look.
FPS.
You know, look, okay. So story
Maybe
time for
you
Phil.
spit-
I live above the garage, so I get like 0
Awful.
insulation. Yeah, it's awful. So in the summer
be
it's
lo-
fucking hot. In the winter it's fucking cold. I have 3 fans in my room. That
Yeah, I
fan,
can-
the fan by me,
And I
that
see one
fan
behind you.
me.
Yeah, there it is.
I have that
Yeah.
fan in my
You
bedroom.
know, be
How,
like
wonderful.
how
Timothy
hot is it
here
in there,
and,
Mav, with a dragon behind you? That's crazy.
Right? It's so cool.
Right?
Love
See,
it.
Is
Ruby
that
gets
that
it. She's
spray
got
paint
4
art from the
fans.
90s?
Wow. No, my mother did that actually when I was younger.
There's a joke in there,
Aw.
but I'm not gonna.
Wow, rude.
I'm sharing a wholesome experience I shared with my mother as a young child, and you're trying to ruin it, and I'm just not having it. I'm out of here. Goodbye. I'm gonna kill you all.
If you don't clean the dishes, I'm gonna put another thing in your room.
I'm done.
Oh no!
No!
Come back! Come
Mav,
back!
come back!
Woo!
Oh god.
Mika, there's a video by Ginny
Who loves
D
me?
about D&D pickup lines that I think you would love. Now that Annalise has her support animal,
What was that?
I said now that
Or-
Annalise has her support animal.
Yeah,
We shall
yes.
follow the trail of blood.
Yes, it is very easy for you to just lock down on that scent. And you practically bloodhound towards.
Oh yeah.
There's an area in the feast hall that is. With your enhanced senses, you can feel the air current behind the tapestry.
Ooh.
Interesting.
What do you want to do?
I'm gonna motion for the others to come over here.
We
I'm
follow.
yeah,
You know.
I'm like, yeah, should we follow her? She got real quiet.
You know, I got quiet and just took off down sprinting. But you know, I guess we should
Well,
follow her.
yeah,
Make sure she doesn't hurt herself or the castle.
that's fair enough.
So once they're here, I'm gonna peel back the curtain.
Um, how many of you are familiar with what an oubliette is?
Oh, what?
Nope.
Oh what?
And
That's kind of weird.
oubliette is French for little place of forgetting.
Can you spell it?
Oubliette, I think.
Okay. Oh, so it's kind of like a little crypt, yeah?
Uh,
It's kind of a torturous crypt that
Oh, it's a dungeon.
Basically, it's a spike pit where
Oh,
they throw you in and then they forget about you.
Oh, fun.
Nice.
It was a
full of bullshit.
it was a feature in some castles.
So imagine Mavinger's room.
You are brutal tonight,
Sorry.
man.
Carry on,
Wow.
please.
See, I
Tim's
thought
just
you'd be
bored
mad
because
at
he
me.
can't talk yet.
I know. I'm sorry. I'll stop.
We are getting to you, Tim. I promise. Don't worry, you're not down there.
I have my dog. No one can hurt me anymore.
Oh man.
But what's noticeable about this oubliette is that it has been used recently.
Interesting.
Can we
Wait.
see anything in the oubliette at all?
I'm gonna move my little light ball
Hmm.
towards and down the oubliette so we can see if there's anything down there.
There are probably 20 plus bodies down there.
How many of them are fresh?
About 8.
Wow. Is there any paths off from the pit, or is it just a pit?
It's just a pit.
Okay.
The idea was that the people down there would be stuck to slowly die while being able to hear the festivities in the feast hall.
Interesting.
Okay.
So I'm gonna. All right. So 8 of the bodies down there are fresh, right?
I'm gonna look around the feast hall. I'm guessing we're in. See if there's anything in there since we kind of just ran in.
To answer your question, Nav, yes, about 8 of them are fresh.
What does the smell like?
Not fantastic. I mean, like, when I say fresh, I mean, like, within the last few months. So, the point was that it was being used long after you would have thought that this place would have been abandoned.
So hey, Nico,
Yes.
were your parents vampires?
No.
Are there any other vampires in your family?
I mean, there was a rumor that one of my great grandfathers or something, they called him the Bloodhound. I think that's like the translation, I guess, where he was, he was a pretty blood hungry guy. But I mean, it's just a rumor, right?
Okay. And I assume you wouldn't know the staff if you didn't even know that there were staff here. fun.
Is there anything else in the room? that we kind
Could
of
I
look through?
get a could I get a wit plus investigation?
What's in
From
investigation?
from Gideon.
Yep.
Yeah, I asked the question. Out of my 3 dice, I have 1 success. Or I I only rolled 2. Sorry. Still 1 success.
On the table, you notice that there are 4 places set.
Interesting. Is it like one of those long
Yeah.
hall tables?
Yeah,
Okay.
so someone had to know a number.
Okay. Is it like in the middle or one at the head and kind of down the line, or?
One at the head, and then 3 more place settings down the line.
Okay. And did the light trail continue on from here, or did
Yes,
it go?
this was a divergence from
Okay.
the light trail.
You know, I think Nico would get a little. He's a little more curious,
Mm-hmm.
a little kind of like wants to get it over with. So he goes out from the oublet and just sort of goes, "Hey, is there anyone in here?
Hello, hello,
Hello."
You hear your voice echoing back at you.
Wow.
Spooky.
Like if you're squatting, you know, just leave. It's not worth it.
I think if there were people squatting, they would be down in that pit.
Yeah, I think that the only squatters are gonna be. You know what? I'm willing to bet that's that's why this place is so well taken care of. Because anytime someone breaks in, they get chucked into the oubliette.
Chugged into the pit. Have a
Okay.
problem? Chuck it into
To
the
the
pit.
pit with you.
Well, since the only other interesting thing in this room is 4 places, which is weird because there's 3 of us. Let's keep looking where that light goes.
Yeah, I'm game for that.
Down
All right.
into the depths of the
I'm
castle.
going to keep heightened senses on for now while we move to make sure we're not ambushed on this very clearly lit path that we're following without the second thought.
Chugga, 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 chugga.
Chugga, 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 woo!
Don't worry, I can summon a sword. It's fine.
Yeah, don't worry. When I lose a second group of people to the second Inquisition, I'm gonna be absolutely fucking ecstatic.
All right, so you head deeper into the castle, and it looks like you're heading more into the sleeping quarters wing of the castle. And as you're heading down this hallway, at the end, there is this enormous portrait against the wall, but it's not hung on the wall, it's propped against the wall. And depicting someone who apparently was of great importance in the castle. And that is where the line of lanterns ends.
Annalise is going to put the painting on the wall properly.
Well, I was about to ask, is there like a fixture for it, or is there like nothing left and it's just propped against the wall?
If you look behind it, there is a door behind it.
Oh,
Oh,
Also, when I say a big portrait, I'm talking about like twice the height of a person.
mm-hmm.
Is
Is the
door
painting
locked?
good?
It's fantastic. It's almost like photorealistic.
Oh
nice.
boy. I just saw my dog on my camera because her tail is a little fluffy beacon as she walks through my room.
Is the door locked or latched at all?
No, it is not.
Do you, Annalise, do you want to listen to the other side and see if there's anything there with your heightened sense before you open this door?
Sure. I have my head blown off.
Hey, that's why I said before you open the door.
So I put my ear to the door. Do I hear anything through it?
Quiet as the grave. No breathing, no heartbeats.
Okay, so it's either soundproof or there's nothing out there.
Well, let's open and find out. Click.
I step away from the door. I step like if this is the door, Annalise steps here.
Just
like-
sidestep that bit.
Exactly, the sidestep to the fucking wall, so if something comes flying out of the door, it doesn't hit me.
As you look into the room, there's a difference in condition in that it feels undisturbed. Like there was an unwillingness to invade this part of the castle by whoever's been upkeeping it.
So cobwebs and stuff like that.
Cobwebs, dust on surfaces. There is a bed, a huge king size bed, with a body on it that looks desiccated and has a wooden stake through the heart.
Lovely.
Huh.
Shouldn't have left my daggers in the fucking suitcase.
Do we notice anything about like the steak at all? Does it just look like it's just been chilling there, and that's about it?
Nice piece of ash wood.
It's been in there a while. It's not anything fancy or anything. It's somebody grabbed a piece of wood and sharpened it and
Shoved it through someone's
Yeah.
chest.
hmm
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Do
I vote T-Bone for the record. Real gray.
well, I mean, I guess I'm gonna start going towards the body and just sort of kind of investigating it and seeing if we notice anything interesting about the body other than the stake sticking out of it.
So you're seeing if you notice anything interesting about the
Other than
dead
the
body
stake
with the stake.
Is it preserved?
Has
Is it like
has it
mummified?
has it
Is it
decomposed?
super decomposed?
Or
Like,
is it like still like Day of Death looking?
yeah.
It's kind of shriveled up, but not. It hasn't decomposed in the way that the nature of the rest of the room suggests that it would be. And knowing for the person that did their homework, knowing the history of the castle, it doesn't look decomposed enough for when there were last people here.
So I feel it's rather clear here that we're probably dealing with another vampire. The question is, Nico,
Yes.
is this a vampire that we should unstake, as it were?
Well, do we notice, does he look like anybody we know or have seen before?
Roll me intelligence and
Hey, I'm good at that.
Can I make a trope check that makes me just know who it is?
roll me intelligence and awareness.
Cool, I'll do that.
And if you have specialty tropes, you can use that.
Alright, specialty tropes, rolling. That would be an interesting insight specialty. Insight tropes. Just hyper aware of the medium that we're in.
I got 4 successes.
Even in spite of the decay, there's clearly a family resemblance between the corpse in front of you and Nico.
Does it look like the portrait
Yes.
Ah. Nico
I mean,
Mika.
yeah,
Nico Mika.
Nico Mika.
Nico Mika.
Now you know
But-
my pain, Mika, when someone says chat or Chad, and I don't know which one they're saying.
Jade.
Jade.
Oh,
Anyway.
another drink.
Oh,
Oh, one more.
hell yeah. We're going.
Nico, I think this might be a relative of yours. It looks very familiar to the giant painting we saw on the front of the door.
Well, I mean, he might know something about where we are. Because I don't know much about where we are. It could be good to have someone who's familiar with the locals.
I think
You know,
Annalise is
as
gonna
it were.
move forward and unstake the vampire. The potential vampire.
Well, either it's dead or not.
Yeah.
Exactly. We'll learn pretty
What's the worst that
quickly.
could happen?
You take the stake out. Could I get an intelligence plus occult roll from all of you?
Oh, I
Helpless
am
plus occult.
very
I'm
good at that.
I think I'm okay at that.
not gonna be
Plus
great at that.
3.
Well, that's good. That means you guys have discipline
my-
set in
I
or
got
leave.
2
Oh
successes.
boy!
Out of
One
my-
success, possible bestial failure.
Interesting.
Well, as long as you got a success, you're fine.
Okay.
Yeah. Out of my 8 dice pool, I got 5 successes.
I got 2 successes.
Skill monkey.
You've got to restart the engine too.
Oh. So
Oh.
would I know how to restart the engine if it would be blood or something else?
Yeah. You got to feed the beast.
Ah. Do I know if I have to use vampire blood or human blood would work, or?
Academically, you would know that it might need to be vampire blood if the vampire is old enough. But in this
Mhm.
specific case, you don't know.
How old?
Yeah.
Too.
Well, since I can't blood bond anybody, I guess I can use smite, so nothing happens weird with that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna while we're conjure a small blade, and slice the tip of my finger and squeeze a few drops onto the lips of the shriveled vampire.
Okay, we're gonna have a brief flashback here.
Ooh.
Nicanor.
Nicanor.
The revolution they're not at the gates, they're past the gates at this point.
All right.
As you see things basically crumbling around you, what are your thoughts?
First, I fear for my wife and our 2 children. Then I fear for the state of our country. Then I slowly pull my cavalry saber and approach the door, which is getting kicked down. And yeah.
Basically, a tide of humanity pours in as the door finally gives way, and you fight to the best of your ability, but even in your vampiric state, it is too much, and eventually you get a stake through the heart, and you collapse. And then the next thing you know, suddenly you're waking up with these 3 people with strange clothing surrounding you.
And a glowing ball of light hovering in the air.
So do you want to describe your character, please?
Welcome
Well,
to the wake.
I'm a well mustachioed yet beautiful specimen of the Imperial Tsarist dynasty. So, thin but well made, in the way only a hussar could be, and with a gray uniform, full with gold tassel and all the rest of it, as well as a long series of medals down his chest, high cheekbones and a black mustache and a face contorted in rage. Is that a good description?
Absolutely.
Oh, perfect.
Should have kept my daggers.
This is not,
Hello.
by the way, where you were staked at. Someone moved you here.
Welcome
Good
to
morning,
the
sunshine.
the relife
Hello.
of your staked death.
I grab your hand and suck
Booze.
a lot more blood from it.
Shit.
Gideon.
How much is a lot more?
Oh boy.
A fingerful.
Could I get a contested strength plus brawl from each of you?
Strength and
I think
brawl.
Annalise would probably try and help Gideon out here, help Gideon's character.
Well,
We're
if I
both
fail
finishing
yeah, I mean, if I fail a brawl check, I'll just electrocute him. It's like, back off, please.
Critical success.
Oh, God.
Two successes.
Does he get anything from us
Oh,
trying to
four.
help him?
Actually,
Well,
one of them,
brawl,
one of them,
so
one
probably
of the
not.
criticals is the hunger die.
Okay. Let me
least-
check your
At
sheet
least it
quick.
fits.
I got 2 successes.
Got to be careful that I'm clicking on Nicanor and not Nico.
Nicanor.
All right, so Nicanor, your beast is in high survival mode, and not just that, but you're also emotionally supercharged because for you, it was just moments ago that everything you believed in, everything you had built, everything that you cared about was at risk.
Perfect.
When you reach out and grab, are you going with Jacob or Jakob? I apologize.
Well,
I know
well,
I've
it's
heard
Jacob,
others.
but I was, like I was saying in the early stream, it's Jacob, but since we're in, Eastern Europe, it's probably gets turned into Jakob or, some similar thing, so it's either or.
Okay. So as much as you're grappling with your hands, you're also reaching out with your dominate
Okay.
and restraining him that way. So I'm going to say you gain 1 increased hunger, Jacob.
Okay, from getting blood sucked out, basically.
Yeah. And I will get to the people helping, don't worry. It's just there's kind of a order of actions here.
No worries.
You move 1 away from being completely famished, Nicanor.
Perfect.
Now the rest of you, how are you helping?
I guess we're trying to. I'll be
Break
trying
him.
to restrain the other guy.
I'm
Okay.
trying to get our buddy Jacob away from, the just now waking up vampire.
The
So
uncontrollable
Mav's pulling,
hunger.
I'm pushing.
I'm dominating.
Sounds like it.
Chomp chomp.
That's going to be strength plus brawl or athletics, whatever is higher. Combined for both of you, the difficulty is 2.
You're gonna have to carry this to the book for Bruja. My strength is
You are rolling
No.
only hunger die.
exactly.
Well, I've got 3 successes, thankfully.
I got a success, but it's a hunger die.
That's fine.
But is it a 10?
No.
Okay, then you're good.
All right, good.
You guys managed to slowly pull off this recently awakened vampire.
Bosha Vista.
If it took any longer, I would have to shock all of you.
And once you pull him off enough that he breaks eye contact with Jacob, Jacob is visibly more able to pull away himself and to react.
You know, I would be much more careful about feeding on other vampires if I were you, especially in your current state. It'd be a shame for you to wake up and immediately become a slave.
Okay. I attack
Wait.
Annalise.
I,
Uh,
No,
so-
I'm
first to
referencing Blood Bond.
Oh,
Dumbass! I'm not threatening you. I'm warning you about blood bonds. What the fuck?
tacos with the
hydrate.
Hydrated.
See, my character just hydrated in character.
Hydrate. Hydrate. I think we get in on this Jakob feast.
Yeah, there we
Let's
go.
diablerize
That's
him,
right.
boys.
We don't need this contractor anymore.
Get rid of the lawyer. Woo! Yeah, no clarification. She's warning him about blood bonds, not
Oh,
like
not
I told
threatening
both
him.
of you before I did that. It's like there's no chance of that happening.
Well, yes, but
Well,
doesn't
he
know
wouldn't know that.
My-
Like,
the
No,
point
no,
of
no,
stance is
no.
that he woke up and fed on the first vampire he saw. For all he
Yeah.
knows, he could have just blood bonded himself.
the Tremere did not have that clan weakness when he was around.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's true. That was like their thing.
It was actually the opposite. Yeah.
Yeah.
Blood bonds for everybody.
You get one.
You get a blood bond, and you get a blood bond, and you get a blood bond.
Everyone look under your seat. It's a blood
You all
bond.
get blood bonds.
where's
that-
Katerina?
Who?
Who?
Where's Katerina? I'm
I-
slowly.
There's no
Hey,
Katarina.
Now,
You're the
I
only
just-
person in this castle.
so let's slow down for a second.
Hmm?
It's, I assume, been a very long time. What year is it for you?
What year is it?
1919.
Okay, so it's been about 100 years. Welcome back.
You were staked in the heart, which put you into a
100 years and they let serfs into this place?
Sirs, this is my castle, good sir.
It's narrowing.
I'll deal with you later.
So
Now tell me what's going on.
Well,
Wow.
Where's the
do any of us
revolution?
know
The
the
revolution.
Russian Revolution?
Which one?
Yeah, yes. Which one?
There,
Which
Yeah.
one? There've been
it's
a
been
couple.
100 years.
What?
Are
Are you telling me that the Bolsheviks could not keep it together? Of course they could not.
Yeesh.
That's
The scum of the earth have nothing.
That's one way of putting it. Oh,
They
Yeah,
man, wait
overthrew
until-
their
certain
betters,
way.
and now they still are trampled underfoot.
Oh boy, wait until he learns about Stalin.
Yeah, I'm
Who?
gonna say. Oh, don't worry about
Oh,
it.
don't
we'll
worry
get
about it
there.
right now. We'll get
get
there.
there.
So the
Slowly,
Russian
slowly.
Revolution ended.
I made
When
history. I don't
the
need to
Ru-
learn it.
The I'm telling rest of the Russian Revolution. I'm telling you. The Russian Revolution ended when revolutionaries stormed the royal palace and killed most of the royal family, or all. I don't.
They were
Allegedly
assassinated
all.
in a cellar in Yekaterinburg. I know that, at the very least.
Yeah, it didn't get much better from there for the royals.
I cross myself.
Mhm.
Well, tell me at least they live in exile. At least the Queen Mother made it out.
I don't know. I don't know if the others know.
You know, I really wouldn't know much history. I think Gideon might be the only one who knows history, being a smart boy.
I mean, I can make a history check, but I don't know it offhand.
If you want to make a history check, I'm gonna. Yeah, it's
It
one of
is
those things
whispered.
where I'm going. There are going to be times where I'm going to have to defer to Tim on Russian history.
None of them made it out.
That's why I thought. Like, wasn't there the whole thing about Anastasia might have made it out, but
Yeah,
But
yeah,
probably
she never
not.
did. They actually in the side note in the 90s and 2000s they DNA analyzed bones, and she did not make it out.
Oh, okay.
Hmm. Interesting.
All gone.
They're all dead.
None survived. The atrocities.
May God have mercy on our nation. So what of the Empire?
Collapsed. You're in a satellite country right now from what was formerly the Soviet Union.
This, the what?
Yeah, you're missing about 100 years of Russian history, and most of it's not great.
Yeah.
I think that's been all of Russian history.
Well, how do you
Not
feel about
wrong.
communists?
Pulls out sword.
Well, I know that communists exist. I know that they call themselves Bolshevista, and I know that they are no better than filth. Is that what you're asking?
Have we got a story for you?
Ooh, no.
Veg
Oh no. Do
fail.
we have to tell him? Can we
I
give
don't
him?
know who
Can we
should
give
tell
him a
him.
compute? Can we get? We can't give him a computer. He won't know how to use it.
What's
Oh.
Hey, you just pull up a YouTube video.
Nico's gonna start fiddling around for his phone
Oh,
and
no.
sort of
Look,
just
in the kindest ways, in the kindest way I can put this, Russia became a communist bloc across most of the world for most of the 1900s and then utterly collapsed.
Another democracy.
They're what?
democracy.
Telling me they're a
you know?
democracy?
Yes.
Not even
Technically.
better than Bolsheviks, then.
Well,
Elect
okay,
a
they're
leader.
technically a democracy.
On paper.
I assume we're all having this conversation very broken Slavic, right?
Yeah, it's a very broken Slavic. We don't
Well,
speak
actually,
the language.
my character does speak English, so
Oh, okay. So
Yeah,
you're-
he's well educated nobility.
okay.
Okay.
So yeah,
so
we're
some
having
of the
this
phrasing's a
conversation in
little
English.
old style, but yes.
Good old high English.
Mhm.
What do you call Victorian English?
Eh,
Yeah. So
So the world has changed.
a lot.
immensely.
And they let people
You-
like you
Very much
become
so.
Knights, eh?
People like us. What does that mean?
What? Yeah. What do you mean by that?
I look at your clothes and kind of.
Clo- Times have changed. These are
Hey,
nice
I am
clothes for
in
the day.
a nice suit. I
Styles
don't
have
know what you're
changed.
talking
Well,
about.
practicality over fashion.
Probably in a nice dress too. Like
And then we have the punk rocker.
and then we have
Yeah,
the punk rocker wearing jack
practicality.
shit.
Oh, yeah, just wearing denim vest. Typical, you think a stereotype, you got it.
Because you have the two old vampires in, nice attire and then punk rock.
So Matushka Roysa fell then. Everything fell. Everything's destroyed. Rodina's probably run to the
A lot of
ground.
the landmarks are still
So you're telling
around,
we're
at
no
least the
longer
ones
in
that
Mother
haven't been
Russia?
bombed.
No.
No.
This is a
This
small
is-
country of Dialuri.
This is still technically, I believe this is your state. We're still there, but it's no longer a part of Russia.
Of course, the communists want to give
borders
away
have
everything. So they give away our
recessed.
borders, our country, our people. Ah,
They didn't really give it away. They lost it, but
well, what can you expect from communists?
I will be right back again. I gotta go check on something.
I mean, they put up a fight, but they lost.
Good. God was not on their side. So, I look at Nico.
Well,
Yes.
while we're waiting for Matt to get back, why don't we just take a walk around, stretch break, maybe?
Absolutely.
No,
little
In
Ivor.
fact, to make sure it's a good stretch, what if I just do this?
I
Yeah,
figured
no
that was
camera off
coming,
while I
and
go
here I
stretch.
am showing off my my gut on
Nice,
camera.
nice, bro. Looking Gucci gay.
Yeah, I was surprised how wide the lens was on this camera. So how was chat tonight?
Good to hear, Belzy.
Allons-y.
I'm glad you're enjoying it. This is most of this group has done one vampire game with me before, which was before I started doing Twitch. Maventure is the one new addition, but so far I think it's going really well. As a self-conscious DM, I was a little worried at the beginning because DMs can have a tendency to prepare in a specific area and then realize, oh, they completely missed a big part somewhere else. For me, I like to focus on people and their stories and interactions, and so that's why I did the thing where I didn't have the village name. But honestly, generally, the truth is your players are just happy to have a DM and
Yep.
to be able to have fun. So it's important to not let those things get to you, because if you let them get to you, then it's just gonna spiral. But if you don't let them get to you, you can just brush it off and keep moving forward.
Exactly. Oh, it's good to see you, Dr. Oblivious. Glad you're enjoying it.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Comment.
I got back a minute ago and then saw that we were probably on break. So
Yeah, we're having a quick stretch break and probably bio break for some of us, and just kind of chilling with chat for a bit.
So what's going through I can't pronounce his-
Nicanor.
Yeah, Nicanor.
Not to be
What's going
confused with
through,
Nico.
Yeah.
Nicanor.
What's
It's funny. It's funny actually. Just side note. Character creation. We both came up with those names separately without coordinating.
Mhm.
It's just coincidence. Happy coincidence.
What's going through my brain though, Mav?
Yeah, what's going through? Yeah.
Well, it's a lot to process. There's a lot of rage, and he's very hungry. So that's probably what he wants to know.
Are you gonna
What happened,
have
to his,
a-
what happened to his wife, Katerina, and his children, and then of course.
No, do we have another story for you?
Oh, oh boy.
Oh,
You see this fucking peasant? This is your,
Wow.
this is your grandkid.
Wow.
Welcome back, Phil.
Wow.
This is your grandkid, or is it great grandkid? Regardless.
Wow, dude.
I live
Yeah,
in
I
the
think,
ruins of my failure.
I think once Nicanor probably settles down, it kind of clears his head a little bit. Jacob would probably, talk him through kind of what happened, since I'm the longest lived out of the ones here.
When was your character born?
I was born in 1865.
Oh, nice. What about you, Mavenger?
Born in what was the time? I think 1943 is what I went with.
And Phil?
80s,
Okay.
So I
like
can,
late
like,
70s, early 80s.
Of the
sit down at the
1990s.
feasting hall and kind of explain slowly kind of what has happened since his staking.
My date of birth was 1717, April the 3rd.
Wow, even got the month and date.
I do have the
Wow.
actual, since the Russians were using a different calendar, there's a whole different conversion there, but I'm
Oh my god! Of course you have that.
Or
Hmm?
is that if you have a wife and a family, is that possible if you were?
I've had many wives and many families.
Oh, were the kids not yours then, or
I don't know. Actually, I kind of just assumed.
you lose the ability to have children after?
Oh, well, then
So
never
we might
mind.
need to revise that a
mind.
little bit.
Sorry.
Oh, no
This is
worries.
what I get for not deep reading it. Yeah, no,
Great,
they could
great,
be.
great
pet
Wait,
children.
what are you telling me? I can't have children? All those children.
No.
No wonder they look like the
Oh, God.
milkman.
Nicanor learns the truth.
No.
I mean, wouldn't
But
that
But
be
my
like a
blood
blessing in
potency's
disguise for
so
him?
high.
I thought you said
God.
you had a wife
no, I can-
before
I
you
can-
turned.
Yeah, I have had a wife that before I turned, and then because royal court in the Russian royal court, it kind of required you couldn't just be an eligible bachelor your whole life.
Mhm.
So a series of marriages wouldn't have been unheard of. I would say let's just go with adopted children if that works.
Okay. Yeah.
I mean, could have Nicanor been like a great kid, grandchild from one of your
Descendant
like
of the
first
original.
marriage?
Yeah.
That could be it. Whatever works. I'm good. Or adopted or whatever.
Well,
It's
saying like if you wanted that the
Right,
I prefer
I
this
think we're-
thing be adopted.
I am
I mean, it's
leaving.
the only
We're
thing that
all with
really
you.
makes
Next week.
sense.
A new series antagonist is Nico, the the
everyone.
abandoned child.
The abandoned child, the guy who just wants to, have fun in the world.
Without
How
knowing how the
dare.
world works.
Yeah, exactly. My mom and dad.
You can blame him for running
Moment.
off. Just
Exactly.
saying.
Exactly.
well, the other thing we could do is just have you embraced a bit later, so that it could still be biologically, because we already established it that he is, at least in appearance, sharing in a lot of your features.
Yeah. Okay. That's totally fine.
Okay.
We'll do whatever
Diet
works.
Nicanor.
It doesn't bother me.
Just
Face-wise, at
maybe
least.
one or two generations separated
remove.
than we thought. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Uh,
We'll figure that out later.
Yeah. Right now, this is all you guys.
Oh, Phil, you back or?
Sorry, I
No,
just camera was acting weird.
Nope, no problem.
I had to make sure I had a password.
So I think once we've caught Nicanor up, how hungry are you guys from the flight?
Well,
could eat.
hungrier now, looking at my finger.
I'm
Well,
have
you
a
know,
good
I could eat.
old-fashioned night on the town.
Well, do we think it's good to bring? And I look over at Nicanor, him
I'm
out and
staring
about.
At a portrait of the Tsar on the wall. Just stroking my.
Do we
stroking
think
my
it's good to bring him out in public yet?
Well, luckily,
Um,
this isn't a heavily developed area, so it's not going to be anything too shocking.
If we're going out
Well,
in
I
the town,
think-
I'll need my sword.
We don't
Is it
care.
not-
People don't care.
People
carry
don't do that
swords around
anymore.
I will need my sword.
We don't even know where it is.
Is your sword still here?
I should hope so. Otherwise, a Bolshevik got their grubby hands on it, and it's probably melted down and turned into.
I've got bad news for you. It's probably melted down at this point.
Was it not on your resting place?
I look at the old bed, kind of tossle through the sheets.
It is not not in your bed or on your bed.
Was there an armory in your estate?
Or your
two of them. Yes.
your
Might be
great
in there.
room, or
Come.
Someone took care. Someone took
Come.
care of.
Theodore
lead down-
just the,
I lead down-
the
I lead-
flashy
I lead-
vampire turn.
Yeah, come. I lead down a flight of stairs, kind of looking at the not so rundown house and pondering on it. And
Oh, wait till you see outside.
oh, don't even start.
Oh, it's great.
That's
I,
amazing. What are you talking about?
I keep going down and down and down until we get probably basement level, and where we get to a big oaken door where I look in my pocket for some keys, but there aren't any keys. Anyone good at kicking down doors?
And how?
Of course, you would be able to.
Can I
Is
try
that a
and pick
dig
the
at his
lock?
lineage, or is that a dig at him as who he is as a person, or
You do not
complimenting
understand
him
the
on his
slight.
lineage?
Woman, do not expect it.
Excuse me? Women have equal rights now, buddy.
What?
How is that more surprising than the fucking revolution one?
I thought they would have good sense.
While they're bickering, I'm going to attempt to pick the lock instead of kicking the door down, because why waste a perfectly good door?
Okay. Roll me dexterity
what?
plus. Let me
There's,
version check.
I think
Would be
stealth.
larceny.
So-
Larceny.
I actually have a breaking and entering specialization. For my
You took your time bickering, so
yeah, exactly.
I got 3 successes.
You're actually able to pick it pretty easily. Like, obviously, it's not an advanced modern lock, so.
I motion to him at the open door.
I push it. I push through it and just I nod and then push through the old door where the hinges creak and chat.
The hinges do not creak. They are well oiled.
Ooh.
The armory has been kept immaculate.
oh. We'll
They're
get
Arm
daggers.
yourselves.
Are there daggers?
Arm yourselves. There's a country to retake.
Now
One
slow down.
step at a
Now
time.
hold on. Slow down. See, because countries have these things called armies, and there's only 4 of us.
And
You doubt the power of Cain?
Didn't save you, did it?
somebody's about to be bitch slapped.
Could I get a could I get a composure plus resolve check from Nicanor?
Perfect. Fuck.
Bitch slap, bitch slap, bitch slap.
Composure.
It's about to bitch slap a woman on stream.
Composure plus what?
Resolve.
2 successes.
You managed to keep your cool, but the beast is raging at the bars inside of you right now.
A name has been added to the list.
My eyes flicker, and I turn back. Arm yourselves, I say. I walk.
What
to
do
the-
we see in this
So-
armory?
Look, I'm
I
not
hope,
trying
I-
to sit here
I'm thinking
and
sword and at least swords.
I'm not trying to sit here and bully the guy who's been dead for 100 years, but what do you expect us to do? Walk out there and start stabbing people with guns?
Do you stab people with guns often, woman?
There
Normally
are
you shoot
a
people
lot
with
more guns nowadays.
I
And
mean,
a
if they
lot
have
more dangerous than they
bayonets,
used to be.
Hey, there you go.
Let me know if I'm getting too much for Twitch. I was just trying to play the character.
I
don't want you to get flagged.
I think well, let's just reiterate: these are people playing characters.
Correct.
Obviously, we all have healthy sensibilities about the choices people make with their lives and things like that. I'm trying to be as political as possible here. But sometimes we are playing characters, and those characters have feelings and ideas that do not mesh with that, especially in Vampire, when you're dealing with people out of time. So please understand that what we say is not done because we personally believe in them. We are just portraying characters, and we don't necessarily believe in everything that our characters are doing. This is a horror game, so the things our characters do may be very much against our beliefs, because that's part of horror.
We are essentially playing the bad guys in the horror films that you watch.
Mhm.
So we're not
Exactly.
good people.
You guys might not be good people. I'm a gray person.
All right.
That's how the worst people happen.
Yeah.
So my character does kind of nod his head. We do need to scout the area, of course, before we decide to
So
lead our own counter
And
revolution.
Elder,
I
before we head off, I realize we have not introduced ourselves, so I apologize. I am Jacob Elderson of the Tremere.
Nice to meet you, Tremere. I am Nikanor Andreev Bulganov.
I
You,
am.
I'm going to cut in really quick. You would know the Tremere as one of the pillars of the Camarilla.
Oh, okay.
So,
Very
and
sought after for their strength and power.
yeah, they're not fully cemented yet when you would have been embraced, but they're the new kid that is constantly trying to prove themselves. Is your recollection of them?
Okay. I do an imperial royal bow.
I do, a slight bow.
I love the Nico. And you?
I am Nico Bulganov, whatever your last name is. I keep messing up.
Bulganov.
Clan Bruja.
And you, my dear?
I am Annalise Holland of Clan Toreador.
Nice to meet you, Anya.
You and I, we kind of share a last name there.
I was trying to ignore such a thing, but yes, it does appear so.
I think you guys have some.
So
family
I will give you
bonding
the
to
first
do.
pick of the armory then.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna look around, and I'm totally in this. Like, we're gonna go fuck up a town. Hell yeah, fight the power.
I'm gonna
go.
I'm gonna interject quick.
Take this off the rails.
No, I'm not gonna hurt the villagers. I'm just gonna go, in character, burn down the police station. in character.
God.
As far as Nikarov knows, Bruja are the faithful soldiers of the Camarilla.
Oh, perfect.
And the Toreador are another one of those pillared clans of the Camarilla.
I give both of them a bow.
So Annalise is actually going to return the bow.
With a bow?
I believe
It's
so.
on courtesy, god
I
damn it!
don't know royal courtesy. Okay, I assume she does. She's got points in etiquette.
Then
Well,
you
it would
would
be a
then
courtesy.
you could in turn respond appropriately.
Okay, then she's gonna respond appropriately, however that is.
Swords drawn. How
Yeah,
dare you
I'm
bow to
giving her
me?
I'm giving him one of these just when he bows.
The Bruja have always been a bit brusque, so
Yeah. But yeah, so when he says I have first pick of the armory, I'm gonna go look for a
biggest.
mace or a club.
biggest
roll
one?
me wits plus investigation.
Am I good at that? I don't think I'm good at that.
Hi,
Okay, well, good
Polecat.
at
Hey,
wits.
Polecat.
Okay.
Hey, Polecat, what's up, buddy? How you doing? Ah, five is like my magic number today.
Wow.
I got 3 successes.
All right. This armory hasn't just been upkept, or kept up rather, if I'm speaking proper English, like a person. It's been to some degree modernized, at least to
Oh, I'm
the
looking for brass knuckles.
To the ability of the region.
of who yes of the steward. So there are for instance there are AKs here.
Oh,
Oh, nice. Well, he's
Cool.
gonna be looking for like brass knuckles and a pistol.
Would you keep brass knuckles in your armory, or is that not really?
Let's see. That's kind of a more brawly thing. I'm sure there would probably be a knife with brass knuckles attached to it from trench warfare.
like a trench
Like a
knife.
trench knife, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure that would be there.
Okay,
Would be of interest.
Yeah, I mean, why not?
so you find a trench fighter's knife, and pistols are a definite yes.
Choker
Nice
rips.
old. Yeah, exactly. What I was gonna say. Good
Well,
old
yeah, no, I was
Torque.
gonna look for something a little more modern, but
You don't get no modern shit.
but yeah, he's gonna take
Gideon,
it there too.
Put a
Gideon, what are the
Glock in
what
here.
are the Russian made or Soviet bloc made modern pistols?
Well, you got the.
And don't say
Tokarev.
Tokarev.
I think Mauser. Is it Mauser? They have used Mauser.
Mauser's in German.
Yeah, I know, but the stuff travels around.
All right.
Yeah.
There's a coterie different pistol.
Yeah. But yeah, he's gonna look for like two of those trench knives and a pistol.
What about you, dear Anya?
Annalise.
Anya?
So lost in translation, I can see. She's going to search for a pair of daggers, hopefully ones that could be hidden easily enough on her person. Up her sleeves or something.
I'm sure those kind of things would be there.
All right.
Do I find my cavalry saber?
Yes, you do.
Perfect.
In a nice displayed.
Silver lined cavalry saber.
Get that thing away from me.
It almost looks like it's enshrined with portraits of the saints behind it.
I kiss each one of the icons and then also kiss the hilt of the saber before putting it on my belt. And you, dear.
I appreciate the gesture, but I have my own means. I put my hands together, and then, a short sword kind of materializes.
Magician. Interesting.
As the Tremere do, and then I let go of it and just kind of turns into dust and vanish.
Well, do you guys remember the name of the village nearby? No, sorry.
The name
Do
was
not remember.
It's not given
So-
to us if I remember correctly.
Yeah, he was.
Yes. Being a troll.
Yes.
Sorry.
Oh, no worries. I understand it was in good fun.
So we are well armed, as we can be here. Now tell me more of this world, this new history, as we walk the grounds.
Oh,
Though I can't roleplay it, I could, as we
roleplay.
walk. History.
nah, history. I think the important thing to point out is the Masquerade is still in effect and that there's a second Inquisition right now.
Do we
Well,
still
yeah.
feed on criminals?
If we
You can feed on whoever you want, I
yeah,
guess.
feed on whoever
Yeah.
fits whoever floats your boat there.
Valinsk for the town name.
Valinsk.
Yeah, I will put it in shot.
Cool.
So, Vidinskaya, all the rest of it still exists. It's good to know. But what are your plans? What brought you here? Were you searching for me?
Not
Well,
directly.
I don't think anyone knew you
Yeah.
were still alive. Well, still with us.
Yeah, you know,
Did you have? How long have you kept up the house?
We got here maybe 30 minutes before you were woken up.
It was not supposed to be manned or taken care of
Mhm.
in this extent. We were quite surprised. We thought there might have been a caretaker, but as yet we have not seen any.
I wonder if old Corridre still lives.
Who?
I doubt it. My old butler. But we'll see. So,
Can you message me that name so that I can change the name of the character?
sorry. Which platform? Facebook, okay?
Yes.
Is this we're all adding chat on Facebook Day?
I've always had him on Facebook. So like 2009.
It was actually Tim reaching out to me that brought me back to JNet.
Me too. Look at
There
that.
you go.
Let me update my document. No, it's not Corridor.
Forget that I had pneumonia and then
Corridre.
disappeared for 6 months.
It's a Czech name.
Oh, okay.
Represents the extensiveness of the.
The name I had was Yuri Globa.
Oh, that works too. Yeah, why not?
Well, I can change the first name easily.
Corridre. Copy. Look at this. All this coordination that should have happened. Sorry.
Okay.
It's fine. It's
Just me
fine.
making stuff up.
It's all good.
Hey guys, guess what?
Hmm.
Ah,
Oh, hydrate? Hell yeah.
Tim is
Hydrate on ya.
projecting the thirstiness that his character feels.
Exactly. Thirsty. This man's out here all thirsty.
Yeah, since you've slumbered, we've had many wars, many rulers rise and fall, countries change borders, but humanity stays the same.
Have the Turks been eliminated finally?
In a manner, well, kind of.
Yes and no. They're still
Tech-
rats, but
God has his graces.
Again, reiterating these are character.
The characters we don't hate.
No. Turks are great. I love Turks in real life. Maybe I shouldn't call them Turks. Carry on.
carry on.
What is the proper term for people from
It's
Turkey?
Turkish.
It's like, yeah.
Conquerors.
Oh my god. Tim here is a method actor, is what you have to realize.
All right, moving on.
Moving on. So, what's the plan? Are the others just gonna go and start murdering people in the town?
Well, I'm all for burning down the police station.
I am hungry. Do you know of any communist groups around here?
You're gonna have to be more specific.
Well,
Any-
see
anyone
that
will do.
stone over there? You pick it up and throw it, and who it lands on is a combo.
So I think the thing that
Is
you
that
have
a
to
thing?
realize is that
No. I mean, maybe. I
this
can't
area
say.
was
We just got
communist.
here an hour ago.
This place was communist controlled for about 20 years.
Hmm.
You might find some.
Be longer than 20 years, wouldn't it?
Yeah, no, I think like 40 actually.
God, I've been dead
The Iron
for so
Curtain
long.
didn't. Yeah, because the Iron Curtain didn't really fall till the 80s, right?
Yep.
Yeah, so yeah, probably.
The Iron
close
Curtain
to-
fell in 1991.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
so-
yeah, so almost 100 years. So yeah, this place was communist for a very, very long time.
For the majority of your slumber.
Well, friends? May I call you friends? Comrades? Wait, no, that's a
That's a,
term.
that's a
Communist.
different group.
Are you a
Oh
communist?
no, I got.
Here ends the
He's
story.
transgressed.
Well, I don't intend to command everyone, but shall we go about the town?
Well, we might need to do something about, and I gesture towards his outfit. That
Why? And what do you intend to dress me in?
well,
do
you
we have the
might
same
stick
size?
out.
How,
Might I be of
yeah.
service, Your
how
Lordship, if
tall
you intend
is,
to go out about town?
What? Poetry? Is that you?
Sneak up on me.
What?
Almost appearing out of nowhere, you see a person. They are dressed modern, but their face it's corpse-like and decayed in a way that your first guess would be Nosferatu, but it's not. There's a sense of entropy and death about this face.
I
And a
immediately draw
ghoulish-
the French knife, like, and like, wait a minute.
Brandish the knives.
No, dude, this is a friend. This is that butler I was talking about. I give him a swift embrace and then back quickly away
I shoot him. No.
before giving him a stiff bow. My friend, it's been far too long.
I just sent you some information, Tim, like
Yep.
bullet points on him.
Okay. Perfect.
I have done my best to keep your domicile in order, but I was hoping to wait to awaken you under better circumstances. However, the situation is getting desperate, and I don't think the land could wait any longer to awaken you.
Tell me, friend, what situation is there? They've told me of the ruin of our country, of Mother Russia, and all the rest. What more terrors are there?
Where do you want me to begin, my lord? That's a
The loaded question.
things are not well, my lord. Plague sweeps the world.
Start locally. What of our people? Here.
For a while, people were hopeful for the promise of democracy as an escape from the Bolsheviks and their practices. But there are wide-eyed children these days that think that returning to communism might be better. And then there are foreign interests that take our resources but do not put any of the wealth back into the people or the land.
So we have a multitude of enemies. Let me guess. Americans?
I don't know how much the Americans know that we exist. There are a lot of Western European businesses.
French, English.
Both.
Do the Prussians still exist?
Um,
Germans.
Germans. Okay,
German.
yeah. Yes.
That's a whole nother story.
Y-
We've got
Who gets to tell him about the
the
Nazis?
lady is not wrong. That is a whole nother story.
we have that one, or we have the First World War.
I did live through the Great War, if that's what you're talking about.
They did it
Oh.
again.
Yeah, worse.
How many times
We
were
had
we-
a round 2 of that.
This is what happens when people overthrow their betters. Endless war.
Well, about that.
Oh boy, we get to tell. Who's telling him
Notch down.
about?
Notch down.
Who gets to tell him about the Nazis?
Nose goes.
Damn it!
We don't need to
Look.
talk too much about that.
Yeah,
Right.
we
just
do
say
need
we
to be
told him.
aware of our Twitch overlords, but
We can leave that where it is and just assume that it happened.
mhm.
Assume that he was filled in, yeah. Yeah. So, it's been an interesting time.
I sit down on the edge of one of the tables and kind of put my hand on the sword hilt, slowly drawing it halfway out, just letting it back in. So,
Question for Chad, real quick.
Mhm.
Would Annalise know any compositions from Eastern Europe? Music.
Roll.
Classical.
I have a thing that I shamelessly stole from Jacob when he was running Vampire for Loading Ready Run. Roll me 4 dice. We're gonna call it luck dice.
Okay.
Basically, if there's a question and I don't have a prepared answer, and it's something like this where it's not a mechanical thing, we just roll dice to help determine it.
All right. Roll 4 dice.
Mhm.
Which dice? D10s.
Yep.
Okay.
that's the only dice we
1,
use here.
2, 3, 4. And looking for successes again.
Yep.
1 success.
Yeah, you know one.
Is it one that potentially
For a moment, my
Nico.
inner troll was like, "Oh, it's wedding music," so you can remind him of his dead wife. But it's just a standard.
It's not a song from a Bolshevik, is it?
That's the important
Perhaps,
question. Is
perhaps a composure by Rachmaninoff or
Mhm.
great composers.
it Rachmaninoff?
Yes.
All right. So I don't know Rachmaninoff, unfortunately. I know a lot of classical music. I don't know him, but Annalise does, and that's what's important. And
Mhm.
so she, while they're having this discussion, she goes upstairs to her room. Where to? I assume actually just wherever they left. They
Yeah,
left their
we
luggage.
Yeah, the front door, I
His big
think.
rooms. Yeah, she walks over to the front door and
main
retrieves
hall.
her violin case and pulls it out and begins playing. Do I need to roll anything for that, or
Yes.
There is performance.
Charisma plus performance.
charisma plus performance? Oh boy! Let's see.
It's like, I can do that.
Oh yeah, I can. Where did I put that damn? All right, so that is. Sorry, I had to do math because I'm rolling a decent number of dice.
Only 8.
Okay, so I have 1, 2. So I have of my 9 dice, 8 successes, a possible messy crit.
Get really into it.
So,
Oh yeah,
uh,
which really
Music
makes
is my
sense for.
medium.
Well, it really is, and so it makes sense for a Toreador, considering that their bane is obsession.
Whoa,
Oh,
you're.
oh.
Whoa,
you're,
yeah, I don't know what happened there.
Oh,
Like,
It's back. Oh no.
oh no,
who's this? Is
It might
that
be
mine
your
or?
That's
chat.
those
that's me.
Chads.
Uh
I guess you get what you pay for with cameras.
oh.
Um,
Can you hook up your phone, perhaps?
well, I think I'll just, for now, turn off the camera. Uh-oh, did I lose you guys?
Well,
Yeah.
and
No,
you'll
no,
see
you're
it later.
still-
No,
Oh,
you
okay.
still got us.
Yeah, for a moment there, it froze up, like,
This
completely.
game was so scary, it took out the DM.
It killed the DM. Run!
That's it,
Let's
folks.
try turning it back on and.
Oops, how you doing?
Mika.
Oh, jeez.
Uh-oh, did we lose him?
Earwax.
It froze up every time I tried to turn the camera back on. So for
Just leave it
right
off.
now, I'm just gonna leave it off.
Okay.
That makes sense.
Totally fine.
So, anyways, 8 successes of the 9 with a possible messy crit. There are 2 crit rolls.
Well, did you?
So
The hunger dice is a 10, and I've got a regular 10.
Okay, so that is a messy crit. So
Into the chat,
that's
whatever
going
crit
to
is.
bring out your compulsion.
Yep.
We're actually going to have it be that you're really vibing with this music as you're playing it. Like you need to bring more of it into your life.
Really,
This is a good
really
vibes only
getting
chat.
into it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And while you're playing, your Majesty or Present, sorry, wrong edition. And also, welcome back, Mika. And we've got to hydrate.
I just oh man.
Sorry, you got to do the wills of the chat.
Yep.
You are nothing if not
Take a
men of
quick
the
one.
people.
Your presence is interweaving with the notes, and it's just creating this beautiful tapestry of sound as the notes just pour and pour off of the violin and wash over everyone in this beautiful piece.
Reminds me of better times. Thank you, Anya.
She gives
and
him
she
a
just
nod.
keeps going.
Yeah, she gives him a very quick nod as she plays.
Can we tell that she like got so heavy into it that her compulsion came out, or is that just a very subtle thing?
That Toreador gonna Toreador.
Yeah. I mean, I assume it's one of those things where even if they do know, it's kind of but I mean, come on.
Yeah, well, it's like one of those things like we know, like if we know, so we can just kind of let her do her thing until she's done.
I would say that while you may have seen her occasionally in court before, you don't know her well enough as an individual person to be able to read her like that.
Okay.
Yeah, as you all interact more, you're going to learn each other better. But for now, it's early days or early nights, as it were.
You would have been much welcomed at the court, my dear. I must appreciate you.
Appreciate it. If you know any more or have any sheet music around, I'd love to learn more.
I'm sure
What the rats
my
haven't got
friends
to.
could get to some. Rats. Don't you mean communists?
Yeah, same thing.
Cordery's like, there are no rats here
Exactly.
of any kind. I've made certain of that.
Oh, so that's what the bodies were.
Yeah,
So,
that's a good question.
he's
What
just
about
gonna-
that body pit that we found? Is that you?
I
Was
must
that you?
I must see
Well,
after the master's domain.
Fair enough.
Thank you, my dear friend. It is appreciated.
Sometimes you just gotta kill a bitch.
Is there anything fresh and available for these friends of mine and relatives?
The village is just down the way, my lord, but what's in the pit is not fresh enough that I would consider it fit to serve guests.
Thank you. Well, you see that they are each given a room, and then perhaps we will alight for dinner.
Absolutely, my lord. Also, as an aside, this is Phil. This is your mentor, and this is your um, words.
He's the one that sent the paperwork, basically saying you.
his
Yeah.
Mawa
Maiwa or something.
Maiwa.
Retainer. Sorry,
Okay.
retainer for Tim.
Is this
Okay.
did he send it to you because we're vampires, or did he? Never mind. Bad joke.
How
Maybe.
bad?
So as my mentor, I guess we can talk about this later. I guess if I have questions about anything, just go to him and he'll be the guy. Yeah.
Yeah. Legally, you are the current lord of the castle, and therefore, as the steward, he is obligated to help you as best as he can. There may be times when he disagrees with you because he has more of he has more of a view of things in line with Nicanor, but he also will help.
I will be right back again.
Okay.
Does the castle have like a tower observatory or anything?
Nicanor, would you like the castle to have a tower observatory, or how do you?
Yes, one on the northern side would be one tower that would have it. Sure.
And actually, I think I'm going to run ads quick while we do a bio break because all those hydrates are getting to me.
Perfect.
Sounds good.
No problem.
See you guys in a little bit, friends.
See you soon.
and realized that I was still not on the right screen. So give me a second.
Yep.
Oh
yep.
boy.
Yeah, I can see my Discord.
I can
Oh,
see them.
yeah.
I can see your DMs with Mika.
Wow. Wow.
That's getting cut out of the. That's getting cut out of the.
Yeah, it's not gonna make it into the final.
Here's an extra hour of work. You gotta trim this thing.
Oh man.
Snip, snip here and a snip, snip there.
Everywhere, snip, snip.
All right, we are back. We're going to do a post-mortem at this point because the cutoff time that we agreed upon was 11 Eastern, and we're about 15 minutes away from that. And Mika, I did speak with the group. Absolutely.
Yeah,
Oh,
you
yeah.
had a fight breaking out. It was crazy.
That's right. We almost
You
got into
know,
a sword fight. People almost
Words
died.
were thrown. People were crying.
The accusation of communist flew everywhere. It was good. It was a good
Communista.
discussion.
So,
I learned that I
Mav,
need- Go ahead.
this was your first game of Vampire. What did you think?
It's very strange relying on theater of the mind more than like maps and stuff
Tabletop.
like because
Mhm.
I come from a lot of D&D and a lot of Pathfinder, so it's very strange to be focusing more on the roleplay aspect, and so I'm sure there are cooler things I can do, but I just have to get there.
hmm
Mm-hmm.
Did you have
But
fun
it's
though?
very fun. Oh yeah, it's fun. It's definitely a good time.
Good.
Having a good time.
Having a good time.
Is everyone enjoying their characters?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go make a list of classical music and send it to you, Chad.
Oh no.
There's
Yeah, I think
this
a lot of us have homework for the afterwards.
there's this great piece. I believe it's by a Russian composer of. I can't think of the name offhand, but basically, it starts off as a really tight and well structured melody, and it almost feels like it starts unwinding and unspooling as the music goes on. And I'm trying to remember. It was brought up in the video that not Matt Pat, but one of the people that's on his channel that does the science videos. When he did the dancer video about
Okay.
her musical patterns. I'll have to look it up.
I will say, so I know the piece of Rachmaninoff that she knows because it's the only violin piece that Rachmaninoff ever made,
Oh.
Was
which was something I can't pronounce, but I will link it to you guys. I can link it to the chat as well. Right? That's not going to get us in trouble.
I don't think so.
I'll ban you.
There we go.
Yeah.
More code.
All right, so now we time out Mav for 10 hours.
All right, let's go.
My computer keeps giving me an audio renderer error. Oh, great.
Thank you so much, Hendon93, for the follow.
Hello.
Yeah.
Thank you for the follow.
Welcome to the
Thank
Vampire
you.
Diaries stream. I mean, Vampire.
No, that was app. Vampire Diaries stream. That's us.
We will be
The Russian
doing
edition.
Vampire every other Monday. And also, I'm going to be putting our sessions on YouTube. I have a channel, Jade Salamander, without the underscore, just a space there. There's not much there yet. And
Good, thank you for the biddies.
oh, thank you so much for the bits. Yay for Corgos.
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't know if you heard earlier, Mika, but I spoke with the group, and yes, absolutely. So just talk with me sometime when I'm off stream, and we'll build you a character.
Yeah.
You got 2 weeks.
Two to do.
So, Phil, how did you feel about the?
Oh, I had fun. It was a good time. Still feeling out this character, but I'm glad I get to annoy Grand Papao. By being essentially the polar opposite of him.
I really
Oh,
want you to
it'll be
say
fun.
Grandpapa like that and just get backhanded really quick.
I mean, it's gonna happen.
Smack.
It'll happen. It'll be something talking about order. My compulsion will come out, and he'll do something stupid.
Then my compulsion will come out.
See, that's what I'm waiting for, is the dual opposite compulsions.
Yeah, because
Oh yeah, that's gonna be the moment where we really figure out what side Gideon and I are on. Well, I mean, we're
It's like,
both Venture and
fuck
he's an
this,
Anarch, so
let,
I think that
zap everybody.
I noticed that no one told Nicanor about Anarchs yet.
oh no,
we
you're
were
right.
waiting about that,
Yeah, I mean, look, I think I'm the
Slowly
only anarch in the
getting it.
thing.
Yeah,
Thank
he's the
you
only
again,
Anarch here
Mika, for
right
the
now.
bits.
Woo!
Oh, double biddy party, hell
No
yeah!
more corgis.
Corgarinos. What'd you think, Tim?
Yeah.
You have fun?
Oh, I had
Am
a
I,
blast. I
you
always
gotta
worry
let
I
me know
kind
if
of
I'm too
dominate these
much.
kind of stuff. No, I
Once-
was worried I was taking too much advantage of Chad. Be like, oh yeah, I have an armory. You know, I felt like I was a little too taking over the role play a little.
I figured with the confidence that you were approaching, I was like, oh, they must have talked about the layout of this
Nope,
place.
didn't
before.
talk at all
You,
about it.
you guys spent points on the security of the domain.
Mhm.
So part of that's why I was so comfortable with there being an
That's what
armory
I
in the
figured,
castle.
but I wanted to make sure.
If a line is crossed, thank you again so much, Mika, for the bits.
Wow.
Triple
She's,
biddies,
she's
hell
pay,
yeah!
paying her way onto stream. That's crazy.
Yeah, there you go.
Just kidding. Love you, dear.
We love you, Mika.
Mika is great
Big
people.
hearts.
Don't worry, Mika. It's not first class. I'm not going to betray you.
You gotta play with us more,
Don't
man.
you know what vampires
betray
are,
you.
my dude?
Yeah.
I don't think
Don't
you've-
worry. The
you haven't reached
preference
that part of it yet.
is we won't betray you if you're Camarilla.
Exactly. There you go.
Wow.
Just be Camarilla and you're fine.
What if I want my castle back?
What about
Sorry, whose
Yeah,
castle?
let's
Whose castle?
claim the castle from the
See, what you do, you take the documents and then just white out the name.
We'll do a Russian election style here.
Well, there you go.
Gideon, what did you think?
Oh, I had a good time. I have fun playing the magician, which is kind of interesting since I didn't really do that last time we played.
Yeah, I know that was something that you were really interested in, but you also really like the idea of the shadow powers. Last game, Gideon played a La Sombra.
The Sombra. Kind of the stealthy shadow vampire.
Does anyone have anything that they want to plug right now?
Oh, you guys go first. I always have something to plug.
Not really.
Sure. I always have my website to plug, which is a Star Wars forum. If you guys like role playing and you like to role play with us on text-based role, except for Phil. Phil's too good for us, but we'll get him there
Not
someday.
too good. I am lazy.
And Gideon.
I have an
Really,
account.
just you, me, and
You know,
Chad.
Gideon's there. No.
Gideon's there in spirit.
Yeah, see, I think we're just gonna. I have
lurk.
an account. I'm just too lazy to finish making my character.
No, that's the other thing I'd like to plug is www.jedi.net. That's all I like.
JediRP.net.
That too.
Well, it goes
either one
to,
of those
you type in
URLs
Jedi.net.
take you to my website. So
Oh, okay. Was that true in the past?
Yes.
it didn't used to be actually. So I worked a lot with Anakin's and the other people that own Jedi.net and got it port forwarded. So it works.
Awesome.
Yeah. Turns out all you needed to do the whole time was reach out to them.
Crazy.
No one ever did. I don't know why.
That's a story for never a time.
Exactly. We're gonna leave that one off. Does anyone else have anything to plug, or does the chat have any questions for us before?
Yeah.
Or does chat have any questions?
You don't get to plug
Yeah.
anything though.
No, you can plug. No, don't listen. Don't listen, Tim. You can plug what you want. I'm gonna take my little spotlight to plug. I also stream. I will be streaming tomorrow. and you can catch us here. But I also want
No.
to plug the main thing I want to plug is the Gut Check with BRM on
Ooh.
Wednesday, which you will
Gotta
catch
check
me
that
and
gut.
Chad talking about. Yeah, you'll catch us doing a podcast talking about spooky, scary skeletons and things like that matter. It'll be
Oh,
fun.
that's exciting. Do you guys have
Yeah, we
do you
actually-
guys have guests on the show often, or is it mostly just a
We
group of
do
guys?
sometimes. We've had one guest. A lot of it is the place where we live. Getting guests is difficult, but
Oh, is
it's
it like a bunch of people hanging around in real life, or is it like this where you have?
it's more like this. There are talks of changing things in the future. Big talks, big picture talks. Yeah,
Well, we look forward to seeing
things
that
are in
on
the
the gut
work.
check.
Yeah. with
I
BRM, it's
I
good.
think it's also going to help that we switch to like
Once a month.
yeah, once a month for the vodcast.
None, Mika. The Chuck Norris would chuck the woodchuck.
Mika, is the woodchuck a communist or a monarchist?
Idealist.
I just see the background in Tim's lighter go off. It looks like he's ready to start burning down the communists.
No, it's just keeping something lit.
Yeah, that's all I got. You got anything, Chad?
I guess just if you're already here and you want to stick around, hit that follow button. I'm technically a variety streamer, but right now I'm trending heavily towards horror. We also have for the opposite Mondays, we are going to be starting soon 7 Days to Die roleplay, where we're playing 7 Days to Die, but we're role playing as our characters.
Not these characters.
Not
Yeah,
these
not these characters.
Totally these characters.
Well, actually, we're getting a mod that turns us into vampires.
Yeah, see?
Uh, the next episode or so of that is actually going to be just for a fun 7 days, though, just because
Big update.
big update coming out. 140 new POIs, a whole bunch of new weapons, all that fun stuff.
It'll be cool.
Definitely.
Good times.
All right,
Oh, yeah.
guys. We'll see you on the next one.
Yeah, see you guys
On
later.
The flip
Good night,
side.
everyone.
Night.
Have a good one. Au revoir.
Well,
Whatever,
actually,
monsieur.
let's find someone to raid. Let's
Oh,
pay it
Yeah,
forward.
we got a
Oh,
good
we read.
people.
Yeah,
Let's
we got
go
raiding.
people
We got a
to
few
raid.
Raiding.
Who do we got? We got Criticals online, Chad.
Does he need a raid?
Yeah, he would love a raid, and he is good people.
Yeah, Criticals.
I was thinking of a different, like, moist critical. I'm like, I don't think he really needs that kind of.
Well, hold on. Critical's still on. Yeah, I'd say
Yeah,
Critical.
yeah.
Critical's
this
still
time.
going.
Yeah,
He's in the middle
dump
of
us
the game.
on the
He's at
boy.
Apex. Yeah, dump us on the boy. He's a good boy.
Get it
Yeah,
in there.
Critical is fantastic. He supported me a lot when I was just starting out. I mean, technically, I'm still kind of just starting out, but he's good people. Check him out. Have a good time. Love you all. Have a good night.
Good night, friends.
Bye.
Потойская
Bye.
Раскоя.
Au revoir.
What he said, but in English.
We are off the air now.